2, 1.
Hey, hi everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of Pathfinder, Kingmaker. And this is, as always, the GM, the game Mistress, Fifi Squeaks, and my pronouns are she and her. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to the hostess for the stream.
Hiya, everybody. My name is Astrid. I am the host of the stream. I play Zarni Greenblade. Our pronouns are she, they. Passing it off to
Alright.
Blasty.
Hey, Blasty, also known as Blastflight. I will be playing Sojin of Wind. Our pronouns are he, they. Passing it off to Dot.
Hello, I am Dot. I am playing Troyka Eldori. Our pronouns are she, they. I am passing it on to Wandren.
Hello, I am Wandren. I am playing as Iskander Kastrioti. Our pronouns are she, her. Passing on to Grumpy.
Hello, this is Grumpy. I'll be playing Jory Fourtoes. Both our pronouns are he, him. And I pass it back to, looks like Fiona.
Okay, so as always, we are at a new chapter of the campaign, but as always, I'm going to ask our illustrious Blasty to please give the recap before we go into the next stage of our adventure.
Episode 8. What about steps 2 through 10? The Stag Lord is no more. He is an ex-lord. Stabbed through their heart and head removed. The party took their time and took down his minions and then him, saving a future ally or two in the process. Now with him gone, they rode north to Restov to make their claim to leadership and land. The first stage of the story has begun to close, but the Green Lady, a nymph of sorts, still stalks the land. Who is she, and will she cause problems for the party going forward? Only time will tell as we begin to build a new civilization.
And so, once the party has arrived to report their success in taking out the Stag Lord, runners actually ran ahead of the party to basically alert you're coming. And when you arrived to celebration. Musicians playing, people cheering, and Lady Aldori, of course, at the head of it all, announcing to one and all that you had successfully claimed and tamed a section of the Stolen Lands, and by pushing bandits out of the green belt, and that you henceforth would be named as barons and baronesses of a new kingdom that you would get to that you would be in charge of, and that Restov, or specifically Brevoy, would give you their full support in this venture. So feasting was had, celebrations were enjoyed, but now that the celebrations are done, comes the next chapter, as you, along with Jamonti Aldori, are back in the Aldori Manor, which just maybe a little over a month and a half ago you had met her for the very first time, or second or third time in Troyka's case, when the Aldori Manor was attacked by Black Tier mercenaries. And here is the moment when you have to work together in order to form your new kingdom. Now, this is the part of the campaign where we are going to be actually building our campaign. Now, I'm going to open up a new sheet that everybody should see, which is the Party Kingdom. All right, so it should be popped up on everybody's screens. And
Yep.
Now, this is primarily going to be like, I'm going to try to keep it roleplay heavy, so that way we can roleplay the discussion. But obviously, since it's kingdom creation, parts of this will be by its very nature, basically like out of character. So we're going to keep it chill for now. Now, Lady Aldori basically leans over a table, and she motions that the very first part of forming a new barony is to decide for yourselves what kind of charter, because if Brevoy is to give you its full support, they need to know how they're going to support you specifically. And so, she provides you with several options, and I'm going to make a What I just popped up on everybody's screen is a list of charters. You can click on each to see what benefits they give you.
There's nothing
You-
there.
You might have to move the party kingdom sheet out of the way.
No, it is a
No,
blank.
it's a
Oh!
blank white screen.
Oh, I just realized that's listed in GM notes. So let me. All right, so there we go. There. Close it and it should pop up.
It
Do you
did.
see it? Okay.
Yeah.
So there are 5 choices, and each of them have their own benefits and flaws. Basically, they raise stats for your kingdom, and in some cases, except for the open charter, will give you a flaw for your kingdom. For instance, conquest basically means that you agree with Lady Jamandi to basically form a kingdom that will conquer the stolen lands and push all enemies away. And specifically, she wants you to focus on taking on Patax, the kingdom to the south, the nation to the south that has been against Restov, and that is suspected of causing the Black Tier mercenaries to attack you in the first place.
So you're saying that she wants us to go on the Patax attacks?
Do we get a hero point for that?
Well, I did forget. Everybody does get a hero point, so go ahead and add a hero point. Wandren and the fighter dies. But yeah, so
I believe we had already sort of talked this through. I believe Wandren.
Yeah, I made a proposal for what we should make our kingdom. But I'd rather that we go through all this so that everyone is on the same page first. So let's still go through the charters and stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Lady Jamande presents her options. She says, well, first, we could ask you, Brevoy could support you in conquering in the area, and basically, since you've rousted the old leaders, you could be in charge of some portion of this new conquered land, and be expected to basically fight against the enemies of attacks. If you choose the Conquest Charter, this will raise loyalty because your kingdom is more attuned towards defense of your building country, and you also get a free ability boost. But because obviously the focus would be on defense and the military, there's less time to devote towards the arts, basically giving you a flaw in culture. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention the stats for the kingdom are culture, which is basically like your kingdom being able to devote time towards the arts, towards creativity, towards public works, that sort of thing. Economy.
It's how much blue jeans and rock and roll music we're making.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Admittedly, because of Wandering Civilization has been on my mind.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
So wait, does this mean we worship Hathor, the goddess of love, sex, and drugs,
No.
drugs and rock and roll?
I heard somebody say no immediately.
Tell me
Understand
more.
down there, Stargate nerds, okay? So he knew where I was going.
Granted, she's kind of hot, but we don't need to...
It's just the Green Lady all over again.
Yeah. She's kind of hot, we just don't need to be drooling all over the battlefield, okay?
Oh my god.
I'm going to show a
Skill
picture
issue.
of the actress so everyone on Twitch can understand what Dan they're talking about.
So, that's one option. The next option is expansion, basically where Lady Jamandi would expect you to remain strong allies with Restov and would support you in basically growing your kingdom out. Basically, like claiming more of the stolen lands as part of your kingdom and basically making it a larger and larger nation. Basically, development. More of like development and expanding outwards. If you choose this, you have a bonus to culture and any ability of your choice, but you gain a flaw in stability. Reason being is that, obviously, a kingdom that is always expanding doesn't spend a lot of time building up its roots, you know? The next option is exploration. where instead of expansion, you're trying to discover what's in the Stolen Lands, basically trying to figure out like what secrets are out there so that you can map it out. If you choose this, then you're hoping to your charter helps to secure initial structures for supplies to create them, but it's going to be an expensive prospect, so you basically have a weaker economy because you're spending a lot of money on looking for things rather than building up what's there. Next is a grant, basically where Restov would devote a lot of their time and money towards basically supplying you with their own people to help you develop, which gives you a stronger economy. But because obviously some of those people would be coming from Restov rather than people that you recruit yourself, there's the question of divided loyalties. And finally, there's the Open Charter, which is basically where you are forging your own path. You're having as little support from Lady Jamandi and House Aldori as possible, but there are no flaws. But the problem is that you only get one ability boost rather than two. So, what sounds appealing to you?
Honestly, the open and grant are cool, are good in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
For what it's worth, whether we pick the open or the grant charter, I still want to have the exact same stats, which is just +1 in where did I put that? +1 in economy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Economy is always important in a kingdom.
For role-playing purposes, I think that we should do the grant charter, just because it would be absolutely insane to just try and build houses on our own. Like, I love you, Troyka, but you're not an architect.
Okay, well, excuse me.
As far as we know,
Dang.
let me read. A
Well,
Minecraft house is
Excuse
not
me for wanting to
architecture.
knock down Minecraft houses everywhere.
We haven't given Troyka the chance
It's only
to
so
build a
long
house.
that people will tolerate living in dirt houses. I'm sorry.
Well, hold on.
Hold on, they'll tolerate it longer if I tell them to.
So hold
No.
on. I did hear Grumpy say, "Well, we haven't given Troika the chance." So, but yeah, like this is the role play, and Lady Jamandi is answering questions. But so feel free to discuss. What would you like to choose?
Honestly, in my opinion,
Open.
so just, open sounds the best for us. The way we exist. I'm purely sitting here as Sojin, just
Troika wants to endlessly fight things, so she is open for a conquest charter, but if she is the only one on that boat, then she's not going to push the issue.
And Iskander feels the same way about grant charter. He wants that, but she won't push for it.
Jory would prefer the open exploration or open charter versus the others.
Okay.
So 3 for
So-
open and
It gives the most opportunities compared to the rest, I think.
Okay. So then go ahead and put open where it says charter, and then I think that Wandren suggested that, or Iskander suggests developing your economy at the start. So is everybody down for that?
yeah.
yep.
Okay.
So that what does that mean? Set our economy score to 12.
Yep. So it should be at 12.
All right.
Okay, and I just realized I need to open my PDF so that I can actually follow along with the steps. So give me 1 second while I do that. Pathfinder and the Kingmaker Player's Guide. You can hear me clicking through my book right now. Kingdom.
I gotta take my headset off for a second. 1 second.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, with that, morning has passed. a breakfast is served as you hash out the details, and Jamadi writes some notes for the charter. And he says, well, the next part is that we need to decide where you would like to place your kingdom. Because it's important, because where your capital resides is going to be your heartland, basically the part of your kingdom that that your people will find itself most closely tied to. Now, to explain what that means in mechanics, is that your heartland is going to be where your starting location is, and they all have different bonuses for you. But most importantly, whatever heartland you choose is going to be the least costly for you to develop on. So, for instance, if you choose like a forest, then anything you build in the forest is going to be slightly easier than anywhere else, because your kingdom is going to specialize in that. So, your choices are, and I'm actually going to post that up for you in just a moment. And this time I'm going to make sure that it's not on the GM list. There we go. So, your choices, there are 4 options. For a forest or... Actually, let me just look at the player map first. The map we made of the Stolen Lands. Okay, so I think everybody can see the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I think it speaks for itself.
So, where would you like to place it?
I think we put
Honestly, we had all voted on
TW3.
TW3.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is the stronghold, the former stronghold.
Yep.
Of the Stag Lord.
The Stag Lord. Yep.
Okay. So in that case, you have a... Go ahead.
I think that we've all agreed that we want to have a stag party.
We had that when we killed him.
Okay. That's actually really good. I like that one, actually. Okay, so that means that you have a choice. The Stag Lord's Keep was on a river, next to a river, and was also next to hills or plains. So if you decide that it's on a hill or plain, then your nation starts in an area that's easy to traverse. This is reflected in your citizens' temperament. They appreciate that your choice makes their lives a bit easier. This gives you a boost to loyalty. On the other hand, if you choose to make it a focus on lakes or rivers, then establishing a nation on the shores of a lake or river, you ensure a built-in mechanism for trade. Even before a road is built, merchants and travelers can reach your settlement with ease, basically boosting your economy. So, you have to pick one. What would you choose?
Okay.
I would choose next to the river for trade purposes. Otherwise, we'd have to be building roads for half the campaign.
Well, just to make sure that, just to check, make sure that everybody's on the same page, you're going to benefit from the rivers. What matters is, what do you want your kingdom to make it easy? Like, do you want to make it easier to build on rivers and lakes, or do you want to make it easier to build on plains or hills? Because you're still going to have access to the lakes regardless of what you choose. This is just, what do you want to specialize in?
So, can I?
Go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, as the player of Zarni, lake or river, but as Zarni, hills or plain, because she has plains lore. So I'm actually torn.
Well, I think, having heard that, I'd change it to the plains as well.
Okay.
Right. What about the rest of you?
My vote, as much as I want to do river, Sojin would be so voting for river because his nautical bent. He would recognize that the majority of this land is plains.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be the most economical in the long run.
Yeah, I think that Iskander would agree with that.
Okay.
And it's also about the ability boost. Lakes give economy boost.
Yeah,
and we already have the +1. So Iskander would prefer to, stick with the thing that gets the +1 loyalty.
Okay.
Okay. So then for Heartland, and give your loyalty a boost.
Alright. And
All right.
loyalty to 12, yep.
Now,
Stop, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, if I like alt tab, I have to come back in and then hit the push to talk button. Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, good.
Troyka doesn't really have an opinion on that one because she doesn't feel like she knows enough. Like, she likes hills and plains and mountains because she likes being underground, but she also like understands why having a river would be beneficial. So she's kind of looking to the people who know better than she does.
Fair enough.
that is fair. Okay. So, since that didn't take much time, Lady Jamonte says that she'll, after everything's arranged and the charter is drawn up, she'll request that her patrons in Brevoy to prepare workers to build, to help you with building your city. Also, since you chose the Stag Lord's Keep, that's going to give you a free town hall, but we'll discuss what that means when we get to that step. So, I will say that that gives you a massive, massive cost deduction in the early game. So, probably a good choice. But for now, the next thing that Lady Jamonte says, and she says that this should be ironed out early before breakfast, before lunch is served, is to figure out what kind of government you wish for your new barony. She mentions that there are some options that she's seen successful in the River Kingdoms, and she presents those to you. And there are 6 options. Basically, a despotism, feudalism, oligarchy, republic, a democracy, or thaumacy, or a yeomancy. Just to go over them one at a time. Despotism is, and I will pop that up so that everybody can see it. Your nation's rule is centered around a single individual who seized or inherited command and whose authority is absolute. The ruler of his kingdom retains advisors and assistants, but only when they obey the ruler's whims. This gives a boost to stability and economy, plus a free ability boost. And it gives you your kingdom skill proficiency in intrigue and warfare, as well as the Crush Descent feat. Now, the next option. Yeah, I kind of knew that was going to be off the table, but I'm just presenting it for the chat. Feudalism. Your nation's rule is vested in a dynastic royal family, though much of the real power is distributed among their vassals and fiefdoms. This boosts your stability and culture and gives you a free ability boost of your choice. And you gain proficiency in defense and trade, as well as the fortified fiefs feat.
And this is the one that Iskander's going to argue for.
Okay.
I mean, we have two royals in our midst.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
3, actually.
3? Well, in either case...
Zarni, Troyka, Iskander.
Oh, true. The next option is oligarchy. Your nation's rule is determined by a council of influential leaders who make decisions for everyone else. This raises loyalty and economy and a free boost, and gives you bonuses, proficiency in arts and industry, as well as the insider training feat for your kingdom. I kind of figured that was be off the table as well.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, it's a secondary. It's not. It's a good option, but not the best option.
It would be Zarni's choice.
All right. Well, next up we have the Republic. Nation draws its leaderships from its citizens. Elected representatives meet in parliamentary bodies to guide the nation. Gives you bonuses to stability and loyalty, and skills in engineering and politics, as well as the pull together feat.
Sorry.
We all pull together.
So next up, we have the Thaumacy. Your nation is governed by those most skilled in magic, using their knowledge and power to determine the best ways to rule. While the type of magic wielded by the rulers can adjust its themes or even its name, the details below remain the same, whether it's arcane, divine, occult, primal, or a combination. This boosts economy and culture, and gives you proficiency in folklore and magic, as well as the practical magic feat.
Honk shoe nerd shit. Get this out of here.
Let's see.
Finally, we have Yeomancy. Your nation is decentralized and relies on local leaders and citizens to handle government issues. Sending representatives to each other is needed to deal with issues that concern more than one area. Raises loyalty and culture, and gives you proficiency in agriculture and wilderness. And the feat Muddle Through.
Isn't that what we've been doing the whole campaign?
Like, do we need our barony to do this too?
Let's see. Muddle Through is literally all it does is increase our ruin threshold by 1 in one set. No, 2 in one set, and then basically gives us a little bit more leeway in our ruin stats.
Mm-hmm. Because ruin is basically a bad thing. Ruin and decay are 2 bad stats you don't want to raise as much as possible. So, what sounds most appealing to your characters? I know that Iskander already said that feudalism is what that she would prefer, and Zarni is thinking. Which one did you say? Republic or oligarchy? I think.
I think it was
Oligarchy.
Mm-hmm. So, what does the party think?
Jory's torn between oligarchy and feudalism. They both have their merits.
Troyka is pretty firmly on Team Feudalism because also, yeah.
Because of your background?
My background is amnesiac.
Well, yeah. Then your near background, I guess.
The people she surrounds herself with, yes.
Fair enough.
Sojin would vote oligarchy, but seeing that we have a sort of a split vote here, I think feudalism wins out here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
They are both good choices in this case.
But the overriding question at this point would also be would also be who is going to be our royal leader.
Well, we'll get to that step we'll get to that step in a minute. But what I was going to say, so go ahead and put yourself. Your government is feudalism,
Okay.
and that's going to boost your stability and culture. And then you can pick one of your other abilities to get a boost as well.
What gets a boost? Sorry.
Stability.
I got it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So besides stability, what do you want to boost? Loyalty or culture? Or excuse me, loyalty or economy?
Can I recommend economy
Yeah.
so that we have a slightly stronger?
Yeah.
Okay, economy to 14.
Okay.
All right.
And give your kingdom skill training in defense and trade. And the Fortified Fife's ability. Now, you can't click and drag it, so somebody will just need to copy and paste it in.
I got it.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Just to read it for the chat, and I'm going to pop it up so that chat can see. Fortified Fifes is a level 1 feat for the kingdom. Your vassals take their duty to protect those under their stewardship seriously, and your engineers emphasize the value of a strong defense when it comes to building settlements and fortifications. You gain a +2 bonus to checks attempted as part of the Fortified Fife activity, and on activities to build or repair barracks, castles, garrisons, keeps, stone walls, or wooden walls. In addition, you gain a +1 bonus to kingdom checks to attempted during dangerous events that directly impact your settlement's defense. So basically, it's going to be harder to rock you in wartime or with dangerous activities.
Nice.
All right.
I have that listed.
So, Lady Jamandi calls for a pause as lunch is served, which is a meal of like a rich stew with some bread and cheeses, basically a 3-course meal, plate of fruits, and then wine. And after lunch is served, it is now time for the next step, which is let me see. Chose the Heartland. We did that. Chose the government. Finalizing the ability scores, which we've done. Here we go. First, choose 2 different kingdom abilities to receive 1 additional boost. So,
wait a second. What was our other boost that we took?
Oh,
from
right.
From this. From
the
choosing
last
feudalism?
It was stability and culture, and then a free ability choice. Oh, that's right. We didn't choose the free ability. What gets boost? Actually, no, you did. You chose economy. So it was stability, culture, and economy.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Let me know when you got that.
So it should be 12, 14, 12, 12?
Looks like it, yes.
Doesn't sound right because... Okay,
Anyway,
Hills and Plains... Give me a second, let me just run down the list here.
Mm-hmm.
Hills and Plains is...
Well, hold on. You chose an open charter and you chose economy, right?
Right, so that's economy.
Okay.
So that's economy at 12.
Okay.
Hills and Plains boosts loyalty, so that's 12 and 12.
Mm-hmm. And then you chose feudalism, so that's stability and culture.
Okay, and then economy again, yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings economy to 14. Okay, yep, we're good.
Okay, cool. Once the players have chosen their kingdom's charter, heartland, and government, finalize the kingdom's ability scores. So choose 2 different abilities to receive 1 additional boost. So I'm going to suggest... Who hasn't made it a choice yet?
Dot.
So, Dot, would you like to boost... would you like to pick the next one, I should ask?
I guess so, sure.
Okay. You can boost culture, economy, loyalty, or stability. Your choice. Just right now we have 12s and everything except for economy, which is at 14.
Since Troyka has a bit of an interest in art and sculpting, I'm going to say culture.
Okay, so bump that to 14 if you please.
Done?
And has anyone else not really made a choice yet?
Grumpy.
Alright, Grumpy, you can choose any of the other abilities. Your choices are economy, loyalty, or stability. If you want to make that choice, or you can ask someone else to.
I think we need stability.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, so bump that to 14.
Nice balanced kingdom.
Alright, let me see. So we did that, we've boosted that. Okay, so next, record kingdom details. So the kingdom's level is 1, so mark that as 1.
Yep.
The kingdom size is 1.
Size is 1.
Resource die is D4, and the dice total is 5.
Where have we put that?
Where it says resource die, put 5d4.
Got it.
Ah! Blast me!
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Let me see. The control DC is 14.
If you ask me personally, I think that 54 D4 is a pretty good starting point.
No.
Yes, it is.
Kingdom's consumption is 0 right now. Unrest is at 0, and all of the ruins start at 0. And the ruin thresholds all start at 10, except for because of... So, this is a little bit unstandard from like the normal Kingmaker campaign, but I wanted to make something a little special for the party, and this is just presenting it for the chat. But I gave everybody special kingdom abilities that they all have. And because of Zarni's faith in Mother Vulture, the party is actually going to gain a... here it is. I'm going to just pop this up so that everybody can see. So, worship and service the Mother Vulture makes it easier to foster growth, sometimes at a cost. So decay, which is under loyalty, is going to start at 11 threshold rather than 10.
Alright.
So basically, the kingdom is going to resist decay a little better than normal.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, now's the fun part. Now we choose the leadership. If you look at the kingdom sheet, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see 8 slots for leaders. Now, don't click anything in the boxes yet, but basically this is where we decide who is taking on what role. And I need to take everybody back to the Aldori Manor Great Hall, which I believe we are at.
Yep.
So, before you can don't worry about the NPCs right now. We're going to worry about you first. So, the party gets to choose different roles for them, and let me see. Let me pull this up. Where is it? Here you go. Leadership roles, list of roles, and I need to make sure that it's in player rather than GM information. I don't know why they would put that there, but whatever. Anyway, here we go. So it should have popped up for everyone.
Yep.
Now, each of you has to take on one of these roles. So we're going to just go from the top to the bottom with the ruler. And this is the only one I'm going to require that a player takes. Because obviously, since we're playing Kingmaker, one of you has to be the leader for the kingdom. Obviously, you're all working together to make sure... I see that Iskander immediately jumped in, but the ruler performs the kingdom's most important ceremonies, is the kingdom's chief diplomatic officer, serves as the signatory of all laws affecting the entire kingdom, pardons criminals when appropriate, and is responsible for appointing characters to all other high positions in the kingdom's government. Their key ability is government, and bad things happen if there is no active leader. So, who would like to take on that role? I know Iskander would vote for herself.
Big fat no.
Sojin doesn't want to do that. That's not Sojin's thing.
I can see Sojin being the treasurer, though.
I was gonna say, I'd say he's probably gonna be either the treasurer or the warden.
Okay.
Troyka is aiming for the scheming vizier job and is like, yes, definitely, Iskander should be on the throne.
What are the duties of the treasurer?
You know what? Let's take a look at that next, since that's the one everybody's interested in. So, treasurer. The treasurer monitors the kingdom's funds and the state of business and industry, as well as citizens' confidence in the economy and growth of the nation's manufacturing. They work to ensure a fair market for all and investigate those who take advantage of the system and handle taxation. So, who would like to be in charge of the money? And remember, if you don't want this role, there are NPCs that can fill the slots.
I really don't think Jory should be.
Iskander won't say anything about it, but she also agrees with that assessment.
Sojin, it's just like he was the pirate. He was the book. Basically, there was a chef. He was the cook. He was the guy in charge of the inventory. This is just basically expanding on that.
All right, so do you want to take on the treasurer then?
Yeah, Sojin. Unless we have a better option from the NPC, which, if I'm looking at them, I'm just hovering over their text.
We do actually have one. Wife, Svetlana.
Svetlana. Oh, yes. Svetlana, yes.
So if you don't want to take it, then you can assign Svetlana to that, but we'll get to the NPCs later. So if you're not really interested in treasure, then we'll skip that and move on for now.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'll take it up if we can't find any better option.
Fair enough. Let's go to Counselor next. Since Troyka mentioned the scheming vizier, the Counselor is a liaison between government and citizens. They study issues with academic analysis, but also interpret the desires of the citizenry and present proclamations to the people in understandable ways. They also serve as an advisor to the other leaders, particularly the ruler. Now, what do you guys say to that?
Troyka is not qualified for this position.
I vote for Troyka.
I think Troyka. I mean, Troyka would be better as like the general.
That's what I was
I
thinking
don't-
too.
I don't think the citizens would take Jory seriously.
Yeah. Question. I just want to double check against something. What the Magister? What is
Yeah,
their-
let's tell you what, if nobody's feeling that, we'll come back to that. Let's check out the Magister then. The Magister is in charge of all things magical in the kingdom, attending to how the supernatural affects its citizens. They promote higher learning in the arts of magic, whether arcane, divine, occult, or primal. They oversee any aspects of governmental bureaucracy in which magic can be of service to the kingdom's needs.
That's Zarni.
Don't put Jory there. He'd shut down the whole program.
That, my vote is Zarni for that.
Yeah.
I vote for Zarni.
All right,
All right.
let's
All right.
that was easy. Let's go to General then. The General leads the kingdom's military, heading its armies and managing subordinate military commanders. General is responsible for looking after the needs of the kingdom's military and directing them in times of war. So does that sound like anything anybody would want?
I'm playing the wrong character for that.
Though Jory would be amazing for, the general with the stealth tactics.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd vote for Jory.
Are you good with that, Jory?
Sure.
Nobody
Alright.
respects Jory.
I am General Jory, Master Thief.
God
Hide
help us
your-
all.
Hide your wallets.
All right.
I have a massive bag of holding too.
So, emissary.
Do you think
Give
that you
us-
could hold an army in there?
Now, keep in mind you can change if you find one that's better, but the emissary keeps the state's secrets, oversees clandestine intrigues, and deals with criminal elements within the kingdom. This is where I thought Jory was going to go. I'm not even going to
I
lie.
think that would probably
You know what?
be better.
That
You know what?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I think this would be better.
Sorry.
All right. Well, then I won't bother reading anything else. Let's see. We did
Oh.
treasure Viceroy. So the Viceroy plans and implements the kingdom's expansion and development, both of its territories and settlements. They manage the infrastructure of the nation, overseeing major capital improvements and growing the networks that connect the hinterlands with the cities at the nation's heart, helping keep the kingdom moving and growing.
Troyka, I require your aid. We need you to build Minecraft houses for us.
You got it, boss.
All right, Viceroy Troyka.
Who's gonna pay for all that?
Alongside those duties, you'll be the Roy of all of the king's vices. So,
Oh my god.
alcohol, tobacco, you're in charge.
Okay, it's funny that we keep bringing up the Minecraft houses because there is an impulse called Igniogenesis, which lets you make large permanent structures out of stone.
Yes.
Jesus. All right, then the
Troyka
last
just
one.
arrived. Troyka just arrives at a build site, and she gets tired of everyone's shit, so she just builds it herself.
I mean, pretty much exactly, though.
All right, and the last one is Warden. The Warden monitors the safety, security, and overall health of the kingdom, its lands, and its borders. They manage scouts and patrols in the countryside, respond to local threats and menaces as needed, and oversee the kingdom's overall defense. So Sojin's the only one that hasn't been chosen, so...
I think that's a better position for him versus
Treasurer. Yeah.
treasurer.
I think
Okay.
so.
All right. So now that leaves 3 positions open: the counselor, the general, and the treasurer.
Hi.
And gathered before you, you see the NPCs that the party
Pathfinder.
has. So before you on the map, you see the characters that have been found that may serve some purpose towards the kingdom. And Jamonti suggests that you interview each of them to see who you want to fill those last positions. Now, I went ahead and took the opportunity to basically, if you mouse over them, you can see what they have to say, where they think they would best fit, and what they are willing and unwilling to do. For instance, Jathel says, "So long as I'm not talking with anyone on a day-to-day basis, so please don't ask me to be a counselor or an emissary. I guess I can stomach other roles.
Well, again,
Make him master of toilet cleaning.
We'll consider you for another role.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah, I was gonna say our redeemed man would be a good
Treasurer.
treasurer, and then have. Oh, I was gonna say Svetlana. No, she's treasurer emissary. So
No, that's what she prefers. She just refuses to do warden or general.
right.
Svetlana is the wife to a merchant. I think that we can trust her to be a good treasurer.
Valerie for general.
I
Yeah,
definitely agree with that.
and then I guess our redeemed guy, we could take him as counselor then.
If you think he'd be a good advisor.
I mean,
It's either him or Lindsay.
yeah, I was gonna say him.
I'm
Let's
thinking
do
Lindsay.
Lindsay as counselor.
Yeah, okay, that makes better sense.
You don't have to worry about her stabbing you back. She is too pure and innocent and sweet to do
But those are the ones you have to watch out for the most.
that.
But doesn't she have magic hands for being a back masseuse?
God.
We're not
Okay.
talking about that.
Ah, okay. I just saying, counselors
This is not Troy.
counsel in different ways.
We're not talking about Star Trek.
We're not pulling the Riker maneuver here.
Yeah, but go ahead and mark the positions that you wish.
All right.
The names that you chose.
That's Lindsay as counselor.
Valerie as general.
Right. And who would we choose for the?
It was a coin toss between redeemed guy and
Svetlana?
Svetlana. So, who says redeemed guy and who says Svetlana?
Which one is Svetlana on the map?
This one here.
Okay.
God, everybody clicked on this thing. Like just a sea of like circles.
I'd vote for Svetlana.
All right.
Okay. The other NPCs will still be available if anybody dies, because then you can replace them, as well as any allies you make in the future.
Yeah.
Okay. So after you've chosen leaders, now let's see. Let me just check. Next choose. Okay. Now see how the leadership roles have little marks next to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Basically, you choose 4 leadership roles to invest in. What this means is giving you a +1 to those checks. Now, I did discover in playtesting the system, we did discover that the best thing to do is to pick one leadership role that boosts all 4 of the abilities. So basically, what do you want to boost? And I'll give you an example, like ruler. Just popping it up so everybody can see. See how it says the key ability is loyalty?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you invest in the ruler, that means that anytime that you're making loyalty checks, especially if the ruler's involved, you're going to gain a +1 to that roll. So let me see. The ruler.
So if we do ruler, we don't do emissary.
Yeah, ruler and emissary both boost loyalty.
Culture is a counselor and magister.
So, let's do magister.
All right, that's our culture.
Okay. You know, I'm going to make a suggestion, actually. Since we have 2 players for ruler and emissary, which one of you wants the boost? The emissary role or the ruler role?
I think the ruler rolls the more.
I don't particularly care, honestly.
Okay. All right, and what for economy?
Let's see. Economy is treasurer or viceroy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's go with viceroy.
Yeah, since that's a player character.
Yep.
And that leaves us with Warden or Valerie, so I'm going to suggest Warden since player character.
Yep. There you go.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So, let me just see what's next on the step. We did the investments.
Training.
These initial... Each of the 4 invested leaders... here it is. So, you get to choose... Starting with Troyka, or... Yeah, we'll start with Troyka. Choose an ability for your kingdom that you want to gain training in, and I will read off the options for you. Give me one
We
moment.
forgot to do the training for our for the feudalism skills as well.
Oh, yeah, it looks like we did. So, mark defense and trade.
Defense and trade.
Basically, just the first. No, just click the very. Yeah, there you go.
And trade. Boom. Okay.
Okay.
Huh.
So, I'm gonna start with Troyka. Troyka, you get to pick any of the abilities that you wanted. Now, I know that you said that you wanted to boost culture. So, if you want to go with that, your choices are the arts, folklore, or magic. Would you like to boost one of those?
I'm fine with boosting the arts TM.
Okay. And now looking at who's next. Going up, that's going to be Sojin. What would you like to boost?
Let's go with probably. Trying to think. Probably agriculture is probably going to be much useful for us.
Okay. Zarni, what would you like to boost?
Folklore.
Okay, go ahead and mark it. And finally, Iskander, what would you like to boost?
Wait, did Jory go already?
You only get 4 of them.
Oh, right. The invest rules. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Statecraft.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so let me see. We did that. We did skills.
Should we also mark on the ability scores that we have +1 in every single stat? Or every single ability?
Let me see how that works. Assigned to. Yeah. So since you chose everything, so go ahead and on every skill, just give it a +1 bonus.
Also, move everything to 15s or 13s.
No. In the skills.
So what was that under status?
I believe it's status, but let me just double check that. Yeah, it's a status bonus. So just everything gets a +1
on it.
Yeah. So Blasty will take care of that for us.
Thank you very much, Blasty.
Yep. Thank you. That's awesome of you.
Yep.
Let me see. We did that. And now the first village. So, are you guys ready to see your first village?
Sure.
All right. Let me just take you to that.
Woo.
All right. So this is your first village, and I already set up your town hall. Now it doesn't have to be there. You can put it wherever you want on this map inside of the purple. But as you can see, it is on a river tile, which is why two of the edges have water. So where would you like to put the town hall?
I think right there is good for now. Center of town makes the most sense.
Yep.
Okay. So this is your first one, and by the way, for your kingdom, let me see. So give your kingdom your kingdom needs to get some XP bonuses, so let me just figure out what that is. Because your kingdom can level up as you do stuff. So
Okay.
let me see, where is it? Here we go. So since you have a village, that's going to give your kingdom 40 XP. So go ahead and just take care of that right now. Add 40 XP to your kingdom.
40.
And you have all 8 leadership roles assigned, so it goes up to, so it's now 100. So it's at 100.
Alright.
Oh, brr.
And yeah, that looks like that's it. So let me just put us back to make sure that we have that first village. We have the village set up. Skill modifiers are... Oh, there we go. That's what I forgot. Now, Jamandi then mentions that there's one very important thing that you have to consider, and that is how do you want your kingdom to be seen by the rest of the river kingdoms and by your allies? Basically, your choice is either do you want to have a famous reputation, basically where you're seen as a positive force in the world, or do you want to have an infamous reputation? Now, keep in mind
Good
that
or evil?
not necessarily, because this is just how your neighbors will view you. Now, this only matters for one very important thing. There are certain buildings that you can build that have tags like famous or infamous. And if you have a famous kingdom, then building a thieves guild, for instance, will cost fame points. Whereas if you have an infamous kingdom and you build a university, then it'll cost you infamy points. Fame and infamy is basically like the kingdom's version of hero points. So, how do you want your neighbors to see your kingdom?
Famous.
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 Are you
All
sure
right.
about that, Jory?
It'll just cost us a little for the Thieves Guild. That's
I
all.
know, I'm teasing.
I would rather have a good reputation than an infamous one because it can be construed faster.
True.
Yeah, famous is fine by me too.
Okay.
Certainly makes first impressions a lot easier.
All right, well, it's already set up for fame, so that is all we need to do there. And it looks like that is everything. So, with that, Lady Jamonti is proud to say that you are all finished. And at that point, a halfling comes into the room and presents a rolled document. And when she looks at the document, she is proud to present it to the party, which is your charter, which reads, "Be it known that the bearers of this charter, having delivered the northern reaches of the Greenbelt from the scourge of banditry, having provided detailed maps of the lay of the land, and having done no small amount of work in the exploration of said land, and in the removal of hostile monsters and local hazards, are hereby granted the right to rule. The nature and laws of rule are theirs to define, and the well-being of the new nation is theirs to protect. In accordance for providing a stable nation to the south of central Rossland, let there be a generous stipend of funds, support, and advice provided to this fledgling nation as a token of Restov and Brevoy's goodwill, such that the future relations between kingdoms might be mutually beneficial, so witnessed under watchful eye of the Lordship of Restov." And it is signed Lady Jamandi Aldori.
Woo.
Yee.
Fancy.
And with that, she says that starting tomorrow, she's going to organize with her patrons to organize the building of your first village, and to prepare you with to help you in recruiting people to help fund your first fledgling nation. This will take time, so basically for the next few weeks, you'll be expected to remain in Restov to handle any business that you need to do. But for now, it is time to rest. With that, I think this is a good place to take a pause. So, do we want to... Let's take a small break, and then we'll continue with what happens that night.
Woohoo! Food
Yep.
and warm drink. BRB
Yep.
guys.
Be right back.
Alright, so just this. Okay.
All right, now I need to. I'm excited because what comes next is basically some Nito Bandito roleplay because that night in the Aldoran Manor, which has been fixed up since it was attacked and burned like a little over a month ago, the party's going to have the chance for some individual roleplay. And I'm going to advise that everybody pay attention because your scenes will have special mention of things that may come up in your personal quests. Also, I think that I set it up that everybody can see the full map. But yeah, so you can move around, just don't move out of whatever room I placed your token in.
This map.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back.
Yep. Time to start rolling. Or investigating. What the is the damn green lady?
Not yet, not yet. We'll get to that.
I know.
Yeah, but I know you're super pumped about that.
Yep. Because it's a threat to my partner. And yeah, no.
You ain't down for that.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back. Is everybody here?
Nope. Our
Okay.
Jory and Zarni are not back yet.
Okay. No problem. No rush. Yeah, we definitely want Zarni because Zarni gets the first scene for the special scene.
Yay!
I don't want to rush or change up your priority if you have things laid out, but I probably have about 90 minutes left before I have to board the plane.
Okay, so we'll start with you then.
I mean, unless the other one's going to take 90 minutes, you don't have to.
I mean, I would rather be safe than sorry.
Definitely agree.
Okay.
Plus, it's easy enough for us to bump things around. They're not linear things.
Yeah. Exactly, because these are individual scenes. Like, no one else is involved in your specific scene. You know what I mean?
The order is literally arbitrary.
Exactly. Like, Wandren was there when I rolled for everybody to see who was going first. And basically what I did was I just rolled 5d20 and then I counted off in order based on alphabet.
Amazing.
Wow, so I can't roll initiative even when I'm there, or when I'm not there.
Amazing.
I guess you can't see how to get high rolls on initiative.
I rolled the dice, and no matter what it lands on, Troyka's just like, is that good? It's the joke about the person at the tarot card thing, and it's like the reader flipped death. Is that good? They flipped 3 more cards. They're all death. And then me in increasingly specific situations. Is that good?
But yeah, so oh, actually, Troyka, or not Troyka, Wandren, you need to grab the dueling rules since you're rolling the dice for Troyka.
Dueling what?
The duels rules.
Oh, okay. Is that just going to be on Nephis?
Yeah, if you type
I got it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I looked in roll 20.
And by the way, everyone, now I'm gonna just give everybody fair warning. You can fail these scenes. If you succeed, you get a thing. If you fail, you don't. So I now it'll be hard to fail, but you can.
Remember, we had 2 hero points. Use them wisely.
Yep.
Use my terrible humor wisely.
So if I miss a roll and I roll pickpocket and do a nat 20, do I still get the thing?
Well, okay. Let me rephrase. Basically, your choices are what can cause you to fail, not dice rolls.
I was being silly about that.
I know, but
figured
it's fun. Yeah, it's funnier that way though, so it's all good.
Okay. I am back.
Okay, so we're going to switch up the order, and Troyka's going to go first since she's going to be hopping onto a plane shortly. So, are we back in live?
Yep.
Okay, so let me. Okay, so Troyka. That night, here we go. You are called from your quarters to report to the dueling training room. There, you find Lady Jamandi Aldorai. And Lady Jamandi Aldorai basically is, once you arrive and you're guided through the familiar halls, you eventually find the lady is waiting inside of the dueling pits with what you can tell is based on your tremor sense and her stride. She's unarmored, but you can feel the heat emanating from her blade. And she stands before you and basically says, "Greetings. I am very happy to see that you and your party has managed to do so much in so short a time. However, I do believe that we should test to see if you've maintained your abilities as a duelist. Will you fight with me?"
Troyka, first thing, just bows very respectfully before entering the ring. She still kind of taps with her foot to tell the consistency of the surface as she moves onto it, but is more than willing to accept the blade. Says, "I would be honored to train with you."
Excellent. Then, do keep in mind that I expect the very best from you, because though neither of us really know where you truly came from, I have come to treat you as one of my own. A child, you could say. Though we both know so little of your past, and we lack a history beyond the month and 3 weeks we've known one another. But duelists like us need only one language to speak, and she draws her blade. Come, let us converse. And with that...
Alright, I'm gonna need someone to... yeah, sorry, you got it.
I'm looking at your sheet right now. Tell me what to do.
So, with a duel, you roll initiative at every turn, and you can roll... ordinarily, you can roll perception, deception, or... perception, deception, or intimidation. But since Troyka is only trained in perception, you're going to have to roll perception for all 3.
Right.
So, with that, she's going to first start with a perception check. So, make your roll.
Alright.
Alright, I got a 25, and you got a 20... You have
use the
25 as
first one.
well. Okay. So
I rolled
since
that second one by accident.
no, it's all good. We go with the first one. Since we tied, ordinarily I would do player goes first, but Jamandi is much more skilled of warrior, so she's going to go first. And she passes her turn and says, "Dueling, as you know, is all about understanding the best way to fight your opponent. And if one is a watcher, then one who is patiently waiting to see what the others shall do, then you want to come at them with the full force of your ability to intimidate them and force them into making a mistake." And then with that, she passes turn, and what do you do as she steps forward?
Do you have any advice, Dot?
Oh, we're fucking getting in there.
We're getting in there? Alright, first action was going to be a stride up there?
Mhm.
Or do you want to do anything else?
Yeah, stride.
Alright. He steps up to Jamandi. And should I use this weapon infusion action? Or just attack with a dueling sword?
The dueling sword, because this is a standard.
Yeah, dueling sword.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh!
Okay.
Holy shit!
So with a 28, you find that this is a very solid shot that should, by all intents and purposes, actually strike true. But just at the nick of time, she flicks her blade and she parries the blow away. You realize that you almost landed a hit, which is something that was unthinkable a month ago. And now it's the next turn, so you can roll an initiative again. This time she's going to roll intimidation.
I think she goes first.
Yep, she does. And she says, "Now, if you observe that your opponent is one who is a brute, one preferring to rattle you with a vicious blow, then what you need to do is to come at them as strategists, trick them into overstepping so that you can sweep in." And then she passes her turn and steps to your right. So it's your turn. What do you do?
What do you do?
We will go for a feint.
Ooh,
Feint.
good call.
Let me
So
pull it up.
Yep, deception versus, I believe, will save, so make your roll.
This is not going to go well, but I have an idea. Wandren's rolling dice for me, so I'll do that.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
that
it's
works.
deception versus perception.
Oh,
Do you want to re-roll that? You got a 4.
There's no point. I have a neg one in deception.
I know. I'm looking at it.
Alright, but you can still make an attack attempt.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll follow up with that.
Go for it.
Oh!
Oh, that's another near shot. Once again, you strike, and this time you go in with a sweeping strike that leads into a thrust. But once again, she raises her blade at the nick of time to push your attack away. You're so close, you can feel it. You can just feel it. Now, it's next turn, and this time she's going to roll. This time she's going to roll deception. I forgot to give her deception, so I'll just roll diplomacy instead. But this is her deception skill trait. Well, I rolled a 44.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you have to once again roll perception.
Ow!
Okay, so she gets the initiative, but this time she says, "Now, on the other hand, if you're fighting a foe who prefers to be crafty, to deliver feints and to trick you into making a mistake, that's when you use your senses to try to figure out where they're actually aiming for so that you can react in kind." Basically, she's saying that you counter deception with reception. And then she passes her turn and takes 2 steps back. So,
Can I
what do you do?
suggest a weakness? Or suggest an action? Yeah, Doc?
By all means.
In the dueling rules, you can do a specific action called Sense Weakness. The trigger is attempting a melee strike against your opponent, and this happens before you roll. Basically, you use your perception to try and check and see if they have any weaknesses.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that.
Yep,
Hmm.
go for it.
They're just going to step around just in case she has any clever tricks up her sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Troyka's gonna be out here looking like that one guy from Naruto who has all the veins bulging around his eyes.
No, you know what this is? This is Rock Lee versus what's his name?
Gara.
Gara, thank you.
Yeah, no way.
Perception.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a nat 20. So that's going to be what's the difficulty?
It does not say. I'll just copy and paste the text onto.
Yeah, because they use deception for their initiative.
Oh yeah. So you attempt a melee strike, but haven't rolled yet. You're in a duel, and since I use deception, your opponent is flat-footed against the attack. If your opponent is using deception, they're instead flat-footed until the start of their next turn. So you can make an attack, and she is flat-footed. As you actually manage to do something really strong. Would you like to re-roll that 11?
It's up to you.
What roll was I making?
Basically an attack.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and re-roll that just because I have a decent chance at it.
Okay. So this time you actually strike, and though the blade, you can feel the blade nick against her breastplate, or not her breastplate, but like the breast of her like dueling outfit tabard. But at the last moment, right before it would be a telling blow, she steps back out of the way, making it a narrow miss. However, she stumbles, and you now have a chance to make one last strike. So, make one more roll, no penalty. So basically make it as if it's an attack 1.
And that'd be enough.
And that will be enough. As you... Actually, you do. You step in, you sweep, and you strike. And for the first time ever since you've met Jumanji Adore 1 month ago, you managed to strike a true with a telling blow. And as that, she smiles, though you can't see it, but you can hear it in her voice as she says, "And there it is. You've scored a point. It seems that you have been studying quite well in dueling arts. I concede the duel to you."
Troyka does her. She bows, but she is like visibly shaking that this was not at all how she expected this to go. She is honest with like when we fought the Stag Lord thing. It felt like I wasn't contributing. Spending.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Troyka kind of straightens herself up, though she's visibly shaking. She says that she's been training really hard since they fought the Stag Lord because she feels like she isn't contributing as much as her comrades, which she's even open about the fact that it's probably in her own head, but she doesn't want to feel that way again.
And she nods and says, "I do understand. May I borrow your weapon?"
Of course. And she kind of hands the sword back. She tries not... Like, there's a brief smirk as she realizes that this was a sword she already got from Jumanji, so she's just handing it back.
Mm-hmm. And she looks at it, studies it. You can actually feel her looking over the blade. And then she walks away over to the weapon racks at the end of the room. And she puts it back on the racks and draws another one. And then she returns, and she says, "Hold this, and tell me how this feels."
What am I feeling?
Well, what do you do with it when she says that? Because she is stepping out of melee range as she hands it over.
She immediately goes through a couple of just kind of like position 1, position 2, kind of the stuff that you expect with a new sword. But after a few practice swings, she also will try channeling through it. So as she swings it, like bits of her like kinetic aura kind of wrap around it. So like liquid kind of moves in and around the metal of the blade, and then kind of like sand follows it and such.
Mm-hmm. And she nods. And what you feel is that it's somehow lighter. It feels like it's better balanced, as if it's made for your stride, almost as if it was specially prepared for you. Unlike the weapon that was in your hands, as if it was designed for for just a regular trainee. And it occurs to you that Jamandi may have commissioned that for you specifically. What do you do?
As the realization kind of washes over her, she holds the blade in hand and seems kind of conflicted that there's the part of her that is probably always going to feel that she's unworthy to receive nice things, and that other part of her that's like, I cannot wait to use this to go fight things. So in the end, she shoots it, I suppose, and after a few seconds of kind of holding it as if she's going to take it, she can't help herself and asks, is this for me?
It was. I had this commissioned, and it just arrived last week. And I was going to withhold it if you failed to make a single strike on me. You did, and punished me for toying with you in those first few rounds. However, I do have another gift that I was going to give you irregardless of tonight's results, but that is yours. By the way, you don't see it on your sheet, but I upgraded your Aldori sword to a fine Aldori sword, which has a +1 rune attached to it.
Whoopee!
Now, as a daughter of the Aldori, as far as I'm concerned, I would like your permission to give you something. And with that, she reaches into a pack that was lying down next to her and pulls something out. Do you accept?
I don't know what it is, but yes.
And with that, she walks behind you and throws something over your shoulders, and you realize that she's handing you a tabard. And she explains that it is a tabard of the Aldori Sword Lords, and that it is something that you should take pride in. And with that, she then talks to you for the rest of the night about secrets of the dueling arts. You now have a tabard, which is by itself just a sign of office, basically, of allegiance to the Sword Lords. But specifically, you have now gained the skill training feat for your choice of deception or intimidation. In addition,
Ooh.
yeah, so basically, in addition, anybody that knows about the Aldori Sword Lord style will be at a -1 check in duels as long as you wear that.
Interesting. Okay. Can I get back to you on which skill training I take?
Of course, you don't have to decide right now, but basically, that's your reward.
Thank you. Thank you in character and out of character, and also thank you, Wandren, for rolling dice for me.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
It sounds like you did a good job.
You did.
Thanks.
And like I said, you've actually earned the best result for your scene, so congratulations. And with that, Jamandi Aldore says, well, with that, I look forward to, after you've spent a few months with your kingdom, you're welcome to return and we can have a duel again. And this time I shall duel you as you deserve. Now that you are, and she slaps the back of her hand against your tabard, now that you're a proper sword lord.
I look forward to the day.
As do I. With that said, you can train here or you can return to your rest. I have a few things to attend to, so. And with that, she basically raises a salute and walks off. All right.
Hey, guess what, everyone? My flight's been delayed.
Oh
Wait, I'm sorry,
no!
I'm so sorry, man.
Oh, what happened?
My flight's been delayed.
Oh no!
No!
God. Well, I'm glad we got your scene done at least. So, shall we go to the next?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just quietly fuming in the background.
God. So, next scene is going to take place with Zarni.
Ooh.
Zarni.
Yeet.
That night, you lie in bed, but you fail to find sleep. It's almost as if something is tugging at your senses, trying to get your attention, trying to get you to pay attention. It takes you a moment, but you realize that it's almost as if you are waiting for something. And it's a strange tension that you felt before whenever Mother Vulture has need of your attention. What will you do?
I have to pay attention.
What does that look like? What do you do?
She just sits up in bed, feet on the ground, and just is quiet.
Almost as if you're focusing?
Yep.
Okay. And when you're focusing, you reach out with your mind and with your spirit, and eventually you feel that strange connection from Mother Vulture as she contacts you, especially once you are willing to respond. Now, though she is a god, she cannot directly interfere in the affairs of mortals, so she does have the limitations that all gods have. However, she can guide and nudge you along through impulses and subtle nudges. And the nudge that you receive this evening flashes an image that you remember as the Temple of the Elk, which you and your party had recently cleansed of a corrupted druid some few weeks ago. The image holds as if waiting for a response.
What does this have to do with the Temple of the Elk?
The response to your question, you see the image change, and you see what appears to be the temple, but in better days. The ruined structures, the statues, the temple itself are in better repair. It's been cleaned, it's been cleansed, and there's no sense of the corruption that was there. It feels renewed, rebuilt, and repaired. However, you notice something. There, instead of a symbol of the of just Eristil, old Deadeye, you see a new symbol, a symbol of nature itself, something that is more attuned to the green way, basically the nature deities, including Mother Vulture and Eristil. And it occurs to you that she's asking you to basically cleanse and consecrate the Temple of the Elk so that it can accept and nurture both priests and priestesses of Eristil and Mother Vulture. And the image holds, once again awaiting your response.
That was my plan.
And with that, a question comes to your mind. Do you know how the best way that you can do so?
No. I do not.
Mm.
Sorry, I had to take a sip of something warm. I am freezing.
No, it's all good. So, the question comes into your mind. Do you wish to use it through the powers of men, or do you wish to use it through your power?
Scheiße. 1 second.
It's all good.
My own.
Let me know if you need me to repeat.
My own.
Okay. And with that, there's a feeling that is stepping away from you as the impulse from Mother Vulture recedes, and Yef walks up to your bed. Yef climbs up, little legs waddling as the little land shark climbs up to the edge of the bed, opens his maw, and belches a small, dry scroll that lands on your lap. And when you open... Yeah, go ahead.
She pats him on the head, also slightly alarmed by how slimy it might be.
Yeah, it is. But as soon as you hold on to it, the slime basically recedes, and basically, like,
Crap.
it's not gross. It's not slimy anymore.
Crap. Sorry, 1 second.
It's all good.
Cat aggro!
No, I got hot chocolate on my keyboard.
Oh no, that's
No.
worse.
It's fine. I dried it up, but yikes, that was scary. Sorry. Continue.
So, with that, Mother Vulture says, looks to you and says, "Can you read this?"
I'm gonna open it and try and read it.
Okay. And as you open up and read it, you find that there is a confusing mishmash of symbols, almost as if it's trying to, as if whatever dark force corrupted it in the first place is still trying to prevent you from reading it, and you can almost feel like like the words trying to combine and congeal it into an unreadable mass. You could attempt to will yourself through it. Or you could try to translate it with your knowledge of the primal. Basically making a will save, or a occultism check. Your choice.
Good thing you just picked up the Schooled in Secrets ability.
Oh, what's that do?
1 second.
Technically, it allows her to use occultism to gather information.
Oh.
Though I don't think it would technically apply to this.
Actually, it looks like that it would, so you could use occultism as well. So, nature, occultism, or will save, your choice.
I believe E3 trumps all my 9s.
Yes.
Would you like to reroll that?
Yes.
Alright, go for it.
Booyah!
All right, critical success. You feel that overpowering sense trying to prevent you from understanding the scroll, almost as if like a very power is trying to subsume your spirit and try to drown you in it. But you manage to push through, even if a little bit of blood drips from your nose as you struggle. But you push through, and you force away the voice. And the scroll makes itself clear to you. You now gain the Consecrate ritual.
Oh.
Oh yeah!
And you have now gained the quest, Cleanse the Temple of the Elk.
Alright, grabbing quest log. Scroll back up at.
Alright, now just to explain, there are two ways to resolve this quest. You can either, as a kingdom action, have your kingdom do it, but it's clear that Mother Vulture has given you the tools to do it yourself. And she may reward you greater if you do it that way. Either way will resolve the quest. It's just that one will require you to physically be there and gather up. You will need 2 people to help you with the ritual. They would either... actually, I can look up the ritual in my book right here. Give me a moment. Unless somebody has the Consecrate ritual handy.
I was just looking it up.
Okay. And you see what it requires, right?
3-day cast, rare incense and offerings, total value of 20 gold, plus spell rank. Secondary casters, 2 must be worshippers of my religion.
Yeah, and keep in mind that doesn't need to be Mother Vulture. It could be Aristil as well.
Ooh, okay. I got 2 then. Okay.
Yeah, because you remember you do have the druid priest that
Yep.
has because you found the Temple of the Elk, he is willing to help you with that.
Yeah.
But that does mean you'll have to keep him safe as you go to the ritual site.
Yeah. Which we can do as a group.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
All right.
So, you now have a quest, and
Sweet.
with that, Mother Vulture removes her presence from your mind. You now have a direction to take once you make it back to the Stolen Lands.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, you have gotten the best result for your scene.
Yay.
Nice.
So, next up, we have Iskander. So, let me see, where is Iskander? There we are. So, Iskander. As you wander the halls of the Aldore household, you are flooded by requests by an audience by other nobles, including some lesser-landed men and women from House Sertova, as well as some of the other Brevoy nobles and personages. It's tiring. It's exhausting. But you know that if you play your cards right, that you could take advantage of this and earn some benefits for you, your kingdom, and your allies. However, in the middle of all this, you notice something odd. One figure stands out among the rest, and it appears to be an old, broken down man in nasty, ratty robes. And let me just put him onto the map. Who definitely stands out, and you know without even bothering that there would be no real advantage to speaking to him. What do you do? No real.
I'm going to speak to him. I'm just going to comment that it would be very funny if she continued to ignore the old man, who is obviously a wizard.
Oh no, not the lizard wizard.
She's going to make a very polite excuse to the nobleman she was just speaking to talk to this strange old man. Well, actually, you know, before she even does that, she's actually going to ask someone who she ask someone if they know who invited him here.
And oddly enough, the question, even as you speak the question, you don't hear the question being asked. It's almost as if something is preventing you from reaching out or asking about the old man. Odd.
Oh my!
It's a combination of Strider and Gandalf Graham.
Get off, big man.
So what do you do?
Iskander's going to take a deep breath and walk over to the old man.
Okay. You find that the crowd of nobles are getting in the way. You're going to have to dismiss them somehow if you want to get to the old man. And you notice that the old man seems to be shrinking away from everything that's going on. Almost as if, like, seeing how far you're willing to go to speak to him.
Can I use diplomacy to basically just like politely dismiss the crowd around me?
You certainly may. Let's see if you succeed.
Really quickly, do I have a feat that boosts this? Does this help?
Yeah, that would.
That would, so you could use society instead.
And that gives you a +1 to your roll there.
That too.
And let's see, what's my society? My society. Can I get a +1 to diplomacy, or is it only for society?
I'll allow it.
Thank you. My diplomacy is just 1 higher than society, so if I did get a +1 to society, it would just bring me to what diplomacy is.
No, I understand.
Thanks.
Alright, 23.
Is that enough?
That will be enough. You make excuses, you speak, and eventually you get the nobles who seem frustrated that you want to speak to an old man who obviously doesn't belong here, but you do it with enough grace that you avoid offending anyone and getting into any duels. And eventually you're alone in that room with the old man. And oddly enough, as you attend the old man, you notice that it's almost as if everyone else in the room is repulsed or perhaps drawn away, as if their attention is gone, or for whatever reason, since you're attending the old man rather than them, they move on to more interesting prospects. The man greets you with a bow of his head. He does, and he says, I have been sent by a kind woman to grant you a gift. Will you allow me to present it?
May I ask who my benefactor is?
I believe that the gift shall make it more than obvious.
Very well, then. What is the gift?
The man smiles and offers you a small box. The box is kind of beaten up and worn down, but it has a very fancy red ribbon surrounding it on 4 sides.
Am I required to open this now?
It is up to you. But I would ask, how do you, considering that I am as I am before you, what do you feel when you see this gift?
I don't feel well about it. There's something unnatural about you.
Mm-hmm.
It is as though there is some wizard or godly involvement in these proceedings. The way that everyone else ignored you was unnatural.
Mm. That is to be understood. Those in power often ignore the old and infirm like myself, but I assure you, there is no ill will meant with this gift. Perhaps a higher purpose, in fact.
Yes, perhaps. Well, give your master or mistress my thanks.
Now, I certainly shall. Will you see what the gift is?
I will bring it into the presence of my trusted companions before I open it.
So, just to verify, you wish to greet this when I explain understanding of your situation, that you wish to treat this with suspicion.
For you in my circumstances, would you not?
I am not the one that asked the question. Or, excuse me, you are not the one that asked the question. What will you do?
Iskander just sort of pauses for a moment thoughtfully and just gazes upon the old man. Then she opens the gift.
And when you look inside, you find a small silver chain at the end of which is what appears to be a holy symbol of Milani.
Yes. Oh,
And when you look up, the old man is gone, vanished in a puff of smoke.
I see. I have a lot to live up to.
Congratulations, you have gained your best result. You have a holy symbol of Milani, which you can wear as an invested magic item, and I will write the effects. As long as you wear it, you gain access to either the Rousing Splash, Guidance, Light, or Illuminate cantrip. You can choose which every day.
Rousing Splash. Ooh. That's a very useful little cantrip.
And they are cast using your highest stat. If it matters. I don't think any of those do, but...
And where can I find this item? I can't find a holy symbol.
Well, it's not an item, it's one I created. So
Okay.
basically, add those 4 cantrips to your sheet, and as long as you keep that item as one of your 10 invested items, basically as the next slot items, then you gain access to it. If you take off the item, you lose access, but basically that's how it works. Every
Okay.
game day during daily preps, you can choose one of those cantrips to have available.
Oh, that's actually quite useful. Rousing Splash gains temporary vigor plus 1d4 hit points for a short period of time. You're immune to the effect for another 10 minutes. Also allows you to recover from acid or fire persistent damage at a reduced rate.
More importantly, since it's a cantrip, it automatically levels up with you. So right now you cast it as a second level cantrip.
Which means it's 2d4. Yeah.
So you can just add those cantrips to your sheet.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
adding them right now. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. All right. So
This is the first time I've ever had a spell in the system, so I might need help later.
Yeah, honestly, I figured, so I chose those spells were chosen. Let me see. So now it is Sojin's turn. So Sojin.
All right.
So, it may be shocking to imagine that you, of all people, given your background, are now a baron. It was just a few months ago that you were the cook on a pirate vessel that roamed around the River Kingdoms before your crew ran afoul of Mother Vulture. So it's hard to plan what you will do, especially as you continue to serve both your new goddess as well as your ward and partner. But then, all of a sudden, as you were walking down the hall, perhaps heading back to your room, you hear a voice call your name from down the hall. And when you turn, you see a figure. You see a Nephilim who is in a sharp-looking outfit, bowing his head in greeting to you. And the figure says, "Greetings, my friend. Would you happen to be Sojin of the Wind, formerly of Captain Asmos crew?"
Sojin lets out a deep sigh. That it is.
Then I have found the correct person. I ask, would you be willing to speak with me?
I have nothing to gain and nothing to lose at the moment. Speak your mind.
Oh, excellent, my friend. The figure says, "I am actually in the service of a gentleman who has heard of your kingdom to be from way out just near Corvosa. A vampire to be specific, who has special interest in you and your crew and your budding kingdom. Now, allow me to offer you a small token of protection. For you see, I believe there will come a time very soon when you will need to take care. This is no threat, I assure you. This is simply a warning of prophecy that I have seen, and I wish to protect you if you will allow it. If you accept my protection, then I will grant you a token that will protect you against this calamity. And when it protects you, I shall be in your capital city within 3 days of that prophecy coming true, and we may discuss further how I may assist you." And with that, he holds out a necklace that has a similar shielding rune to which you saw Tartusio wielding, that he had offered you a month and a half ago. Will you accept this gift and my protection?
What prophecy?
The prophecy is that there will come a time when your past will come to haunt you, and will attempt to bring a poisoned blade to your heart. And I can protect you from that poisoned blade and from that calamity. As long as you keep this close by, you will not be harmed by that calamity, by any means possible.
Sojin thinks for a long moment. No.
No?
Sorry. I cannot serve two masters, for I already have my heart gone by one.
But my friend, you seem to believe that I'm asking you for service. I wish to serve you. Would it not be beneficial to prevent calamity from attacking you?
You are mistaken. I am the calamity. I am. No, it's not worth discussing. It is only known that I've made my vows. I have been chosen, Mother Vulture, to serve as her blade here. I am already dead to the world. I am sorry, but if it is my destiny to die, so be it. But I believe that Mother Vulture has means and uses for me otherwise. For I have a debt to pay, and cheating her of that is not in my cards.
I understand. I understand your viewpoint and your hesitation. I shall depart then. But should my prediction come true, then I will visit you in your capital within 3 days of that disaster. And should you survive, I hope you will be more willing to listen. And with that,
You know what?
yeah.
Fuck it. Sojin still grabs the thing. You know what? Fuck the rules. You're right. I'll listen. I'll take your offer for this moment. But be known, Mother Vulture is not going to be happy with your boss.
Oh, I assure you, Lord Sabian will be most pleased.
Sorry.
Yeah, now. You know what? Yeah, no. Go ahead, go away.
And with that, he will walk down the hall, open the door, close it behind him, and disappear out of view. Although you don't see it, obviously, because the door is closed. What will you do with the necklace? Will you keep it?
Sojin will take a look at it.
Okay. And again, it looks very much like the shield necklace that Tartushio offered you. Almost exact, except that it has a Corvosan design rather than a Pitaxian one.
Mary, out of the closet. Go. Don't sass off to me.
Sojin just looks at this thing. No, this isn't right. And he just crushes it in his hand.
All right, and once you crush it, go ahead. What do you say?
Curses to a vampire. His fate is sealed. I don't care. If I am meant to die by a poison blade, so be it. I've been dead since before. And
Okay.
he crushes this thing as much as he can, just breaks it down, just ripping into it.
And it seems that it's very easy to crush in your hand, almost as if. And once you do so, you feel a certain magic releasing from it. One that's actually rather familiar. You can roll occultism to try to figure out what it is. Or a relevant lore.
Damn it. I don't like my occultism is a 1. Oh well, let's go. Nope, I'm rerolling that. What the fuck? what?
Oh my god!
Okay, 17. Because the fact that it repeated 3 times, that is just not right.
Oh my god.
17.
Okay. So, well, hold on. How many rerolls did you get?
I clicked it only once. I clicked it twice. I don't know why it did 2 there for the second
All right,
reroll.
I'll take your I'll take your word for it. Okay. So, since you got a 17, you recognize that the magic appeared to be a shield spell, but was actually a curse. It seems that by destroying it, you have prevented something bad befalling you.
Of course.
So, you have gained the best possible result, and now you may gain the Curse Lore knowledge. Curse Lore, excuse me.
Sweet.
Okay, can I just... I am so sorry for making the loud laugh that I did when you said Sabian, but my brain just went, ha ha ha, we kill him later.
Yeah, I know. I figured you would like that.
And that is, what is that? That's intelligence,
Yeah, it is based on intelligence, but basically you now have lore on curses. Almost as if Mother Vulture approves of your resistance to temptation and has gifted you with a little bit of knowledge.
Woohoo!
he spits on the thing. Fuck you, vampire. Your days are numbered anyway.
Mm-hmm. Finally,
Literally.
literally, just a few years. It's that meme with the little Toho character. I think it's like your life ends in 3 years and 2 months. Anyway, now we're skipping Troyka because we already did Troyka. So on to our last scene with Jory. And I actually have a special song just for this. Let me just get to it.
Oh no. They're taking the hoppers to Isengard! Isengard!
Hopefully it's not a wedding march.
No.
I'm also just going to swing in and say that character's from Pop Team Epic.
Oh my god. Where is it?
She's standing over a cuckoo clock and says your motherfucking life ends in 30 minutes.
That's the one, thank you. Where is it? I have too many songs, yo. Oh, here it is, okay.
That's not my fault.
Yeah, I know, it's my fault. So, with this one, you found yourself in the, as the night wears on, you found yourself in the games room of the Aldori Manor, and once you go there, you figure, hey, you know, there are people celebrating, maybe you can, like, get some pocket to pick, or maybe some easy marks. But you're kind of surprised that you see your cousin, Blair Fourtoes, who is currently just wrapping up a game swindling a noble in a game of billiards. And seeing you, Blair invites you over and says, "Hey, cousin! Or should I say Baron cousin? Come, would you care to join me in the game?"
That depends on what the bet's going to be.
Well.
Last time it seems I lost, and I lost more than I had intended because you were not clear on what the bet was going to be.
What do you mean? It was totally above board. There was nothing wrong, was it?
There's never anything above board with us Fourtoes. You know that. Oh, wait. I'm not supposed to say that out loud, am I?
You know what? I don't... Probably not, but it's fine. It's fine.
Friendly game.
Friendly game, then.
Only one gold apiece this time.
Well, I'll do you one better than that, actually. If you're willing, that is. And with that, she motions, she lays down a small little token on the table, and you recognize that it is a Ghost Touch rune. I just won this. I just won this from this fellow here, and if you're willing to put up 25 gold, then we can play a game over this. In the meanwhile, though, I do want to tell you something that's been going on with family. If you're curious, what do you say? Up for a wager?
Sure, both.
Very well. Now, I should tell you first of all, you might not be aware of this, but do you remember cousin Samuel? Or your cousin? Yes.
Of course.
He's actually running a games tent, which you know is a Fourtoes way of saying a con, in public. He's running a games tent in Patax, and he mentioned that he'll be heading up, trying to run to Brevoy afterwards. So, would it be all right if I sent him a letter saying that he could swing by your new townsfolk, your capital, just in case he needs a place to run?
Sure. We'll
Grand.
find a safe house to bury him in.
Oh.
Excellent. I'll be sure to send a message along. And by the way, the Fourtoes will be coming to your capital. We've already arranged that we're joining just a small number of us, just 10 or 12. That will be joining the first round of settlers. But don't worry, we know not to shit our beds, and we will do nothing unless you give us a proper place to work. Basically what she means is that she's not gonna, the Fourtoes are not gonna do any crimes in the city unless you build a thieves guild. They'll just use it as a safe house.
Oh,
That works. That might actually be kind of fun.
Excellent, excellent. Now, let us play. And with that, basically it's a game of billiards, and you can either use athletics, or deception, or games lore to win the bet against her.
I'd say athletics, because that's your best.
Yeah, athletics my strongest point at this point with those between those three. Although deception's a tie with it.
Okay, well, the important part is, if you go with athletics, it would be an opposed athletic. You're going against her athletics DC. If you're doing a deception, you're going against her perception DC. And if you're using games lore, then it's a standard flat roll.
I'll use athletics.
Okay,
What the heck?
go for it. Okay. So that's a 19. Would you like to re-roll that, or do you want to keep
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I've got 2 points. I'll roll it again.
Go for it.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Now you can keep the better, which is the 19. Thankfully, though, your DC was 19. So since it's not a critical success, you do win the rune, but you don't gain any extra gold out of it. But you play some cards. You play some dice. You play some billiards. It took me 3 tries. I got it. I got it.
Sorry, me throwing in loaded dice tripped you up.
Exactly. It's your fault.
I'll take the play on that one.
blaming my partner.
Damn right. But all jokes aside, so you place a round of billiards, and you manage to come out on top with a managing to ignore the allure of a free pocket, and you score the last shot as the 8-ball goes into the corner pocket. And once you do that, you win. And she hands it over and says, "Very well. I suppose this is yours. I was so hoping I could win some money from a baron. Maybe next time."
Well, it wouldn't be much. I haven't had my first payday yet.
Ah, I should have come to you a few weeks later. And with that, she hands it over, and you now have a ghost touch rune that can be applied to a weapon. Not to your dagger, though, because it has the returning rune on it.
Aww.
Yeah, since it's only a +1, you can only put 1 bonus rune on it.
Okay.
Yeah, you put it on your mace though.
Yep.
Smack a ghost with a mace.
Okay. We'll figure that out in a minute.
Alright, with that, Blair says, "Very well. Well, again, we'll be joining your expedition to your capital. Just 10 or 12 of us, and we'll make sure to behave ourselves. Because again, Fourtoes never shit where they sleep."
Did I just pick her pocket?
Let's find out. Let me look at her perception.
I'm not seeing any rolls. What the heck?
You have it set for GM only. Click that little button on the corner of your sheet. It looks like a little talk bubble.
Yes.
Yeah. Just do another test roll. Like, we'll keep your roll. I'm just saying, just so we can see if we can see it.
Yeah,
There we go.
I can see it.
All right, but you did get a 18, so yes, you did manage to pick her pocket. Give me a D8 roll, if you please. Two. Okay, you managed to pluck 2 gold coins and 1 silver coin out of her pocket.
Yo, cousin.
Yeah.
I think you dropped these, and I drop them on the table.
And she immediately checks her pocket and she says, she gives you a look like, oh, you. Like, you know,
this is cousin teasing.
like that kind of like sitcom look where she like turns her head to the side and puffy cheek and like wags her finger at you with a hand on her hip. You know?
Well, seems I won twice.
That you did. That you did. I can't argue that.
Good times, cousin.
Good times. All right. And with that, that's going to end that scene. So, since everybody's gotten their personal scene, shall we take a small break before we go to the kingdom turn?
Sure.
Sounds good.
All right. So, take 5, everybody.
Hey.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna get
Perfect
myself
time. If you turn on your TV right now, you can see Drake become the most owned individual in world history.
Oh, dear lord.
What happened?
They're playing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl.
Well, we called it.
Won 5 Grammys and now it's being performed at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
he should just
no.
retire to, like he should just go to like a monastery in the woods.
Yeah,
That'd be too kind.
He's gonna dedicate himself to the fivefold path after this.
holy crap. Like that. Like at that point, that's just when you just, you're done. You're done at that point.
Is this where I finally admit to everybody I don't know shit about football?
No, this
This isn't about football. This is about blood feuds. Also, my flight just got delayed again.
Again?
Jesus!
What is...
Hey, it's like that time where my flight back from Indiana got delayed so much it got canceled and I stayed in the airport for 24 hours.
Yeah, there's a real chance I'm just gonna have to like I'm expected to be at work tomorrow. I'm just gonna have to tell them like, hey, I'm at the airport.
Yeah, I'd say you go make that phone call right now.
Yeah, for real. Jesus. Like that...
In other news, hey Fee, I made it to the floor of the Dreamers monolith in ADIA where the floor's fucking invisible.
Oh,
Oh no.
You made it to the invisible floor? No.
Yeah, I'm like the thing that I wonder if the game's trolling me because the moment that you make it to that floor, you pick up a map item.
Yeah.
And where you can use the item to reveal what the entire floor looks like. And I'm really worried that I'm going to use it and it's going to be like, okay, and it shows you just the visible part of the floor. Which is maybe 20% of it, while the other 80% is still invisible.
Oh, no. That's the worst. That is absolutely the worst. By the way, I'm gonna suggest that everybody gets your if you have the first turn kingdom guide, go ahead and pull it open.
Where's it again?
Yeah, it should be in the chat or in the Discord part.
There's pickpocket, by the way, Fee.
Let me take a look. Pickpocket. You can steal or palm an object that's closely guarded without that's really good.
Yeah.
So you're a Skyrim character.
I'm back.
Yep.
But I'm going to mute my mic because I am a bit of a sloppy eater.
Okay. By the way, how long's the break gonna be? Or
I mean, we can. If we're all back, we're all back.
True.
There's the other thing I chose.
Also
Mug.
freaking.
Mug's a good one.
That's a fun combat one.
Yeah, for real. So you're a Final Fantasy rogue. Alright, so are we all back?
Yep, I'm also gonna put the first turn on screen for everybody at home.
Yep. So, this is mainly for the chat, but we want to do this first turn on camera, but we'll figure out if we do it for future turns. But part of the kingdom is basically like managing your kingdom over length of time. And once every month, you have to spend a week of downtime managing your kingdom, basically issuing marching orders for your kingdom and your towns. So we're going to do this first one, and we're going to do it together. So since this is new for pretty much all of us, we're going to take it nice and slow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So step 1 is ordinarily the upkeep phase, which is assigning leadership roles. We did that, so we can skip that. Adjust unrest. That doesn't happen on turn 1, so we skip that. And resource collection. Basically, this is how many points we have towards building the kingdom's resources and like settlements and things like that. I need somebody, and who's going to do it? Roll 5d4. Who wants to do that?
I'll do it.
Go for it. Ooh, that's a bad roll. But don't worry, there are ways to get resources, so we have 11. Alright. So see on your kingdom sheet where it says RP.
11.
Put 11 there. Okay. Now, this is a step where we pay consumption, basically feeding your people. You don't have to do that turn 1, so we'll skip that. Now that we're done with that, it's the commerce phase. So this is, if you're looking at the turn 1 phase, which I have, that should be on the first page towards bottom. So first, do you guys want to collect taxes? Now, the reason you would want to collect taxes, because your first town has about 200 citizens, including 12 Fourtoes. You would collect taxes to give yourself bonuses to economy checks for everything else you do. So, this is
I have a proposal.
Yeah, what's your proposal?
Let us only tax the Fourtoes.
I mean, that's their entrance fee.
That includes you, Jory.
I was actually going to suggest we make the Fourtoes as a cover for them, the town messengers.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Their sanitary services.
Yeah, we clean you out or we keep things clean. Haha.
Either way, things will be gone.
God. So, does the party wish to collect taxes this turn?
Troyka's vote is yes.
I mean,
How many do we have? 200 people.
You have about 200 citizens, yes.
What's worth Iskander's vote is no.
Yeah.
What's the tax? What is the tax rate?
Well, it's not like a rate where we track how much money. Basically, this is, do you want to risk angering your people to get money to give you buffs for economy checks for the rest of the turn? If you're not going to be doing a lot of economy checks, then it's a good idea to skip it. If you think you will, then it's a good idea to try for the buff. So that's the decision. Do you want the buffs, or do you want to not take that risk right now?
because what are we gonna do? Build a building and maybe expanding a little.
Yeah.
Ask the Baron.
Well, you're all barons and baronesses.
Uh-oh.
Ask the Baron, looks in a mirror.
Like, am I the baron? Are we the barons?
The Baron in here with us in this room right now.
All right.
No,
so
worse. It's the Spider-Man meme.
Oh god.
all right. So no. I guess
Okay.
we won't be taxing then.
Okay, so we'll skip that. Now, next you can attempt to improve the lifestyle of the kingdom. Basically, if you're planning to make a bunch of culture checks for this turn, you can make the attempt to do that. Or we can skip it.
Let's skip it because, I mean,
Okay.
as far as I know, we're not gonna be doing that unless.
So basically, the reason to do this is if you're trying to give yourself buffs for culture checks. But if you not interested in doing that, then we can skip it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this and I don't think. Yeah, I don't see anything that'd be a culture check for us right now.
Well, if you look on the next page, you could use that for resting, and relaxing. You could use that for focused
Focusing.
attention, establishing a settlement, which you're not trying to do. You could use that to claim a hex.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so-
Then in that case, let's
or
okay,
building a
let's-
structure. Well,
Yeah,
it
actually-
depends on the structure. Depends on the structure. Like if you're trying to build a house, then I think. Can somebody check what the check is for building a house? Troyka or Iskander? Excuse me.
I got it.
Thank you.
Let's see. House. DC 15 industry.
All right, and industry is a commerce check, if I remember right.
Commerce.
Yeah, so if you wanted to make it a little easier, you could try to collect taxes to facilitate that. But again, you don't have to do that.
I mostly just want to avoid any risk in the first turn.
Okay.
Yeah, not worth risking things for
Okay,
extra
so-
bonuses.
Okay,
Not
so
yet.
let's skip that then. And next, do you want to tap the treasury? Basically, taking some money out of your treasury to give yourself some extra cash.
No.
Okay, skipping that. You have no commodities to trade. You have no trade agreements, so we skip that. Boom. Now, it's the leadership activity phase. Ordinarily, you would only have 2 actions per turn, but since you have a town hall, you get 3. And this is something that each of you get to do. And that's on the next page. There are a bunch of actions that you can do, and I have them all listed on that page. You can only do each action once, but you could have multiple people doing different things. So, for instance, each of you could try to craft a luxury if you wanted to. So, go ahead and take a moment and look over your list and see what you would like to do.
Can I start?
Please remind me where this list is.
If
Want me to share it again?
well, I don't
No,
think
I am not in Roll20.
you're in Discord, right?
Correct.
Okay. Could somebody pin that for the so that you could follow along?
Are you linking the kingdom phases?
The
sheet?
turn 1 guide.
Oh, turn 1 guide. Oh, I don't
Here,
remember.
I just pinned it. Give me a moment, and I'll pin. Did I already pin it?
No.
Why is the pin option available? Well, you know what? I will just copy the link. So it's going to be at the bottom of the Kingmaker chat. So there you go.
There
Okay,
you go.
found it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. So, Iskander, I think you said you wanted to start, right?
I just want to send a diplomatic envoy to the Cabals.
Oh, good choice, actually. So I'm assuming, since you want to send diplomatic to the kobolds, let me just go to that.
Really quickly, Iskander wanted to name the kingdom after her family, or after her house.
Certainly,
Is
you can
everyone
put that
cool
in.
with Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and type that in.
Got it.
In kingdom name.
I have typed it in.
Okay. And I'm looking for something right now.
Did you hit enter yet?
I did.
I guess I'll have to close
It doesn't
and
seem to
reopen
change
it.
it.
Oh,
what are you looking for?
set it in. Go to bio and whatnot.
Oh,
And
okay,
change
gotcha.
it there.
Yep, I'll do that really quickly.
Okay.
File page seems to be blank for me.
Yeah, hit the edit button.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's what you're looking for. I was a little confused. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Okay, so
There we go.
go ahead and make a roll, and the kobolds is a DC 20, so that's what you're shooting for.
Gotcha.
Oh, and by the way,
This is
the kingdom has 1 fame point. Again, fame points work as a special um, 14. So, would you like to reroll that? Actually, I'm going to point out something. Remember how I said that everybody has special kingdom actions?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think now's a good time to present everybody's actions. So, first, I'm going to make it so that everybody can see. Iskander, you may reroll 1 check during the kingdom phase and keep the better result, so you get a free reroll.
We just lost.
Welcome back. So,
Sorry, lost connection for a second.
You're
no
good.
worries. So, Iskander, you can make 1 free reroll at any point that you do anything. So that's your passive ability. That's always on. But as a active, you are always considered to be in a trade agreement with House Restov, and you gain an influence to deal with them. But doing so invites corruption into your kingdom.
Gotcha.
Because of
I
stability.
definitely like to re-roll this.
Go for it.
Oh, no such luck.
Okay.
I would
Now-
like to step up and use my action to focus attention to give them a +2.
Okay.
So-
Would that be enough to push them over the edge?
Let me see. Focus attention. That is. I'm sorry, I'm just looking that up. Here we go. So you set aside time to focus. So choose another leader into Kingdom skill, then attempt a DC 20 check using the chosen skill. On a success, you okay. So honestly, I don't see why you would need to make. I know it's a help check, so I'm gonna roll that. Yeah, that'll give you a +2, which will give you enough. So you now have a diplomatic relationship with the Soot Scale Kobolds. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So both of you have used one of your actions. So who would like to go next?
Sure, why not?
Okay. What would you like to do? Oh, and by the way, let me just actually present everybody's special abilities real quick. So Sojin, yours, your former life as a pirate cook makes it far easier to gather provisions. Anytime you are gathering livestock, go fishing, or harvesting crops, you always gain 1 food commodity, no matter your result. You also unlock the River Pirates faction for kingdom checks. Your active ability, you can add another resource die for the kingdom turn, but the kingdom gains 1 crime. Because basically you're inviting pirates into the kingdom.
Yep.
And Jory's people are going to have to take them out because it's their turf.
Yep.
Alright, let me see. Who's next? So Jory's
Jory.
special ability. Jory, the Fourtoes family is talented and many. During kingdom turns, you may claim +2 to any check you make during the leadership phase. So basically, you can say, I want to get a +2 because I got my cousins helping me.
Okay.
As an active ability, you can pay 1d4 food commodity to upgrade the result of any 1 check during the kingdom phase. Obviously, you have no food now, so you can't do that yet. But basically, this is like, I'm going to feed my people to make them work a little bit harder.
Okay.
Okay?
Now I need to look at that list again.
Let me see. Troyka's, I'm just going to read it. I know that Troyka's ability, Kineticism makes it easier to gather materials, but it can put a strain on your body. Troyka always gains 1 lumber, ore, or stone whenever she takes a gather action, even on a failure. And during the settlement phase, civic phase, she can do 2 actions instead of 1, or she can have a city do 2 actions instead of 1. But she starts the adventure time exhausted because basically she's putting a big strain on her body. And finally, Zarni. We already presented it, but just to repeat it again. Decay threshold is always 1 higher than normal. And you can reroll a kingdom event check, but the kingdom gains 1 decay. Basically, if like something bad happens and you want to reroll it so you don't have to deal with it yet, you can force me to reroll it.
Okay.
Also, I realized
what's up?
Question: where are the kobolds?
The Sootsiel kobolds were
GB20.
GB20. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let me check. Was that GB20? I believe that is.
Yeah, because they're on that side of the river. I couldn't remember
Yeah, it was GB20.
if it was 19 or 20. As I say, okay, so we would not be able to do pledge loyalty with them to easily grab that
Not yet.
hex because we need to have the adjoining hex first.
Yeah.
No. Do you have to? Does it say that?
I'm just assuming because
No, you can.
Oh,
So you could try to get them to pledge loyalty to you.
seeing that we just established an agreement with them.
Mm-hmm. So, but I think Jory wanted to go next, right? So, what would you like to do, Jory?
Well, I'd like to fortify the hex that our capital building is in.
That would be on the next stage.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're not there yet. We're at the leadership section. So, does anyone have a idea of what they would like to do for this phase?
Why am I not
If no
finding
one-
the leadership section?
It's
Um,
it's a page. It's the second page of that.
Yeah, the second page of the turn one guide that I made. Everything on that page is this phase.
Okay.
I mean, you can purchase commodities. That would help.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, god damn it. Sorry, I'm being trolled. My date just got changed.
Dear
Wait, what
Lord.
happened? Oh my goodness.
Run, run, run.
Well, don't worry, the fight's still delayed.
Okay,
Okay.
so would you like to purchase commodities then?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. What do we need to build the houses?
A lumber, right?
Yep.
You need one lumber?
At least.
Okay. So, let's see. That's going to be. You can spend resource points. When you purchase commodities, select the commodity. Okay. So you're spending 4 of the resource points. So reduce it by 4. So you should have 7, I believe.
Yep. Now, we don't have any farms, camps, mines, or quarries, so our limit is 1, right?
No. Your limit is 4 for all resources.
Okay.
It's just that you don't have any generation yet.
Right. Okay. I don't know why why it said 1 there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
starts
the
off
limit
that
is 4. Mm-hmm. So, Jory, for your kingdom, if you could please make a, I think it's a trade check, right?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Trade. I don't have trade as a skill.
For the kingdom.
Oh. Where's my kingdom tab?
Here, let me, I'll pop it up for you.
Oh, I had it and then it disappeared.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, also don't forget to change the name of your capital village as well.
We have that. Oh, yeah. I'll fix that to Stag's Bane in a second here.
Okay.
Now. Is it on the front page?
Yes. Scroll down.
Uh-huh.
You'll see
You'll
trade.
So click on trade text, and it should pop up a macro options, and just hit submit. Unless you want to use your +2 bonus.
Like that.
You don't even need to.
Ooh, that's actually a critical success. So, Jory, you immediately gain 4 commodity of the chosen type and 2 commodities of any other types except for luxuries. What that means is that Jory apparently did a really good job of wheeling and dealing, and you've gained 4 lumber, and you can either gain 2 food, 2 ore, or 2 stone.
Food.
How about 1 stone and 1 ore?
Well, it has to be 2 of a single type, so you gotta pick.
Okay.
Uh,
I would go with
Stone
stone.
is usually more useful,
All right.
at least in the early game.
Yeah.
Or is for more advanced buildings.
Awesome job. That was a really good roll. Holy crap.
Mhm.
All right. So who wants to go next? Zarni, would you like to pick something?
That's what I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Okay. Feel free to. If I could offer a suggestion, if you want to try, you could try to claim the get the kobolds to join your kingdom. If you roll really well, not only will they join your kingdom, but you can claim that hex immediately.
So would that be Pledge of Loyalty?
Yeah, that would be Pledge of Loyalty.
Kind of what I was looking
Mhm. Another one, you could try Clandestine Business to try to gain some extra resource points.
at. Oh. Yeah.
May I make a suggestion? Just if you're not sure what else to do, you can always just send another envoy over to Gravoy. Just tell them that we're settled in and stuff.
That's true too.
We technically don't have official relations with them yet.
True. I kind of like the clandestine business, though.
Pick one.
Alright, I did. Grump.
Okay. So, Clandestine Business, go ahead. What's the roll for that? Could you check for me? Iskander, I mean.
Intrigue.
Okay, so...
Oh, actually, you need to be trained in that skill. Did we train in
no,
intrigue?
we didn't.
Nope.
Okay, so it looks like we can't do that one. Oh well.
Okay. In that case...
What's loyalty?
Yep. What's that
Okay.
one require?
I'm pulling it up.
Statecraft, we have that. We trained that.
Okay, so just click Statecraft.
Yep, and then it should pop up a
Should
box,
come up
and then
with a
you hit.
second box.
Do we have any bonuses for it?
Nope, at the moment.
Well, nope, no further bonuses.
Can I make a quick suggestion?
Sure, what's up?
Okay, because I'm not 100% sure of a thing that Troyka would want to do on her turn, can I focus attention on that, because this is something that she would be that Troyka would be interested in, because she is Brevin, but doesn't really, remember a lot.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Also, I clicked
so-
Scholarship. I thought I clicked Statecraft.
It's okay.
yeah,
Go ahead and re-click, and you're going to get a +2 bonus because Troyka's using a little bit to give you focused attention.
Okay. So how much do I gain?
2.
Just 2.
Okay.
What?
Would you like to re-roll that?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So remove the fame point.
Yep.
There you go.
16 will do it. So, let me see. Pledge of Loyalty, that is a success. As success, but you don't claim the hexa group is, immediately roll 1 resource die.
Okay. Which one?
So then roll 1d4, basically.
1d4. Where are my dice? 2.
Sweet.
Alright, so the Soot Scale Kobolds are now part of the kingdom. And now you don't immediately claim the hex, unfortunately, and you have to spend 2 resource points.
Okay.
Now, thankfully, though, the kobolds are actually going to assist you. And basically, although they don't claim it, they will... if you can build them a work site and a mine, then they will automatically fortify that mine.
Yeah, it's a gold mine there. That's right.
Yep. So you could build a work site there, and they will cover it and fortify it.
Let's do that next, guys.
Yeah, so it's we'll claim hex there.
Okay.
Or-
Yeah, that claim hex, I believe, is the next phase, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
next phase.
All right. So I think everybody's done at least one action.
Yes, we have.
Okay. So who wants to go next?
Top of the round.
Well, yeah. So the order doesn't really matter. There's no initiative. It's just whoever wants to go.
I'm just trying to remember which things we're trained in.
I am going to send a diplomatic envoy to, Brevoy. In this case, Mike. So that would be a...
Statecraft.
Alright, I'll do that.
That's another skill you have to be trained in, but that's why I picked that skill to be trained in.
Yep.
Alright, make that roll.
Boorah.
Alright, that is going to be a success, a critical success, actually. So, send diplomatic envoy. I forget what the... On a critical success, your envoys are received quite warmly and make a good first impression. You establish diplomatic relations with Brevoy, and you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to all checks made with that group until the next kingdom turn. So, anything you do with Brevoy, you're going to get a +2 to that check. Congrats!
Right.
I have a joke idea. Pledge of fealty for Brevoy.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That they will not accept that. Nice try.
That's what I said.
Okay.
That's what she said. It was a joke.
On a serious note, I would like to establish a trade agreement with them.
Go for it.
I'll go ahead and
One
do
second.
focused attention for that.
Alright, so you're going to get a +4.
You want to?
Jesus Christ!
No,
we don't have any.
No, you didn't even set that up right. You didn't even add your +4 to that.
+4? Well, I still got a nat 1.
Yeah, it's still in that
It
one.
doesn't matter what I...
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone
nice
else is gonna
try.
have- Someone else is going to have to re-roll that, and also we have to see what the critical failure is.
Yeah, so this is
Oh,
established.
Jesus.
Oh, let me see what this is. Since you got a. Oh no! Oh no! Your trade agreement is a total loss, and your traders do not return. So apparently, they got killed by bandits or monsters on the way. So the kingdom gained
We're gonna assume that they never made it.
Yeah, they it didn't happen in Brevoy. They never made it. So the kingdom gains 1 unrest, and until the end of the kingdom turn, you take a -1 penalty to all economy-based checks. Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
So don't make
one
any
second.
economy rolls, people.
You might as well do quell unrest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no!
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So who wants to go next?
Well, Jory, at least Jory and is
Jory, Sojin, and Troyka haven't taken their second actions yet.
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Remember,
yeah, right.
I established. I sent my invoice.
That's right. So who? So who wants to go next? It's Jory or Troyka.
Does Jory want to try and deal with the unrest?
I can hear Grumpy talking. I don't know if you guys can.
Nope.
No, we can't.
I can't.
Is your mic off? Again.
The cat bumped his mic.
Do you need help, Dad? I don't have my phone on me, so I don't know if he does.
You want to check?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the meantime, Troyka, did you have anything in mind?
Are we still in leadership phase?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then no.
Okay.
Unless you have a new leadership activity called Make Rocks or Bang Rocks Together.
How's that? Can
Welcome
you hear
back.
me?
Hey, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Bumped his mute button.
I don't know what I bumped it on.
The cat.
I haven't had her in my lap for a half hour. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to do the quell unrest.
Okay. So, let me see. Quell unrest.
You can roll intrigue, politics, or warfare for that. You don't have to be trained to do it.
Yeah. So pick whichever one.
Intrigue, politics, or what?
Warfare.
I don't have any of them.
Well, or on the kingdom sheet, not yours.
Oh, kingdom sheet. Oh, duh.
That's all good.
You guys are
I guess-
changing stuff too much. Yeah, okay. And where is it? Intrigue's right up there. Open it up.
I'd say because Troyka didn't know what they were doing, I'd say we get a +2 to that then.
Yeah, I'm good with that. So that'll be a 19, which will be enough to reduce unrest back to 0.
Hey.
Good.
I'll
All
take
right,
the little
that's-
guy out.
Any other leadership activities, or do we want to skip?
That's it. That'd be all of us.
Well, no, remember
No,
you
we
have
get
3
3.
because you have a town hall.
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
If I might suggest that someone else do the trade agreement with Brevoy.
I
Even if we have a -1, we still have a +6 to trade. +5 with the minus.
can try that.
Thank you.
And I will give my +2 to that
So
Okay.
what do I roll for established trade? Trade?
trade.
Okay.
Great.
And that's +7? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, +7. All right, so that is. All right, so that is a critical success. You successfully established a trade agreement with Brevoy, and your merchants return with gifts. Immediately roll 2 resource die,
Woo!
and then gain that many
Nice.
resource points.
2 resource die, which is D4.
Yep, 2d4, so you gain 4 extra resource points.
Nice.
All right, does anyone else want to take any actions, or are we done with the leadership phase?
I say we're pretty much done.
There
Unless someone
is one more thing I'd like to give a shot.
What's that?
I don't know if this is possible, but can we send an envoy to attacks?
You can attempt it. Let me check. You can attempt it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Okay.
Who
I
would
think
like to make that roll?
I'm actually just going to skip that. I basically just want to know if we could do that.
You can.
Yeah.
Like, there is a difficulty for it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that we're done here.
Okay. So
I
then
was gonna say, did we want to make sure we had some food in our bank?
Oh yeah, we could purchase commodities as a last action.
that's
Yeah.
true, especially since you got some extra cash. Who would like to make that attempt?
Yes, Iskander can do that.
All right, go for it.
She's famously good at trade so far.
Make that roll.
All right.
And we'll assume that somebody else does a focus attention to give a +2.
Yep.
Iskander's just so +2. She's just trying to buy some food.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That is another critical success.
So
So you get
decorate
4
by-
food and 2 of something else.
Was
Wait,
that
hold
one?
So first, spend 4 resource points.
Yep. Back down to 9.
I suppose that we could do 2 ore as well, just to fill it all
All
out.
right. Yep.
That was good.
All right, so that was actually a really, really good turn. All right, so now the next phase is region activities. Now, this is something that that's on the next page of the Turn 1 guide. You can only do 3 of these activities. Discuss and figure out what you'd like to do.
Okay. So.
Yes,
No.
that claiming hex would be a good first start.
Yeah,
Of course. Yeah.
claim a hex to add it as part of your kingdom. That's the very most important thing, because you can't really do anything else on the map unless you claim it.
Also, don't we need building on our settlement that we already have, attaching
That's the
houses?
Next
That's
phase.
next phase. Okay.
Next phase.
All right.
So
Alright.
let me just check and see where the gold mine is.
The gold mine
See.
is GB20.
No, that's where the kobolds are. Their mine was almost empty. The gold mine is at GB8, up in the forests, or well, near the forest, right over here.
Then what was
Oh.
at their? I thought there was something else at their location that was a good mine.
Yeah, What
no,
was
it's
that mine?
it's the gold mine. The gold mine is what you're talking about.
Okay, so that is at GB8. Okay.
Yeah, that is GB8. So if you want to claim that, then you can attempt that.
Really
Okay, so
quickly,
so we do not need.
the tile where the soot scales are. Does it contain anything useful?
No.
Okay, gotcha. Alright,
Basically,
yeah.
you could just claim that if you had wanted, but since you didn't, you'll have to claim it later if you want to use it.
And we do not need to have our things connected, right?
No.
Yep, I'd like to claim the gold mine then.
Okay.
Let's see.
So claiming that, could you check to see what that is? Oh, here it is.
Exploration.
Let me see. Your surveyors fully explore the hex and attempt to add it to your kingdom. Spend 1 resource point, and then roll exploration, intrigue, magic, or wilderness. Your choice.
Exploration, magic, and what else?
Intrigue or
Intrigue.
wilderness.
Okay. We don't have any of those, unfortunately. But I guess
Well, you
that
don't
would
have to be trained in it, so you can choose whichever one you're best in.
I know.
That'd
I'm
be
just saying that.
exploration.
Um,
That was a miss.
No, that was an attempt.
what?
I thought wilderness.
That.
What do you mean?
I thought you said. I thought you said warfare, not wilderness. My bad.
It wouldn't matter anyways. That's in that
I mean,
one.
it's still that one. Does the party have any rerolls?
Yeah, I do. I have 1 left.
Okay.
Do we just mean like hero points?
Well, no. The fame points basically. But
Yeah, we had 2. We had 2. We used 1.
Okay, so go ahead and re-roll it then.
Alright. I guess I'll just do that again. Yeah, still a failure.
Okay, you failed to claim the hex, so unfortunately you have not claimed that hex.
That's 1 of 3, so we can try again.
Actually, at first level, when selecting the 3 activities you take during region, you may select this activity no more than once. You can't do it twice until you hit level 4 kingdom. So that's it. You can't claim the hex this turn. Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna point out something. Like, remember when we were at the leadership activities?
Yeah.
One of the actions that you could have taken is to create a masterpiece. Because making a masterpiece allows you to generate extra fame points. So, since we had one action that somebody didn't take, would you like to make that attempt?
Sure, why not?
Who do you want to have do it?
I mean, whoever wants to roll it, but let me just check the. Can you check the? I have the.
You have to be
skills.
trained in the arts to do that.
And we are.
We are.
Alright.
So somebody roll it.
All right, doing that. Boorah.
25. Attempt a basic check, that's a critical success. Gain 1 fame point immediately, and at the start of your next kingdom turn, gain 1 additional fame point. Additionally, roll 2 resource die and gain that as a result. Basically, one of the painters in your kingdom made something really awesome. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to say that it's Troyka. Troyka made something cool with sculpting.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 6 additional resource points added to the kingdom.
15 points.
And you have a hero point. So, would you like to make a reroll for the wilderness check?
Yes.
Yeah. Not for that. If we don't have if we don't have a second hex, we literally can't do anything else in this phase.
Yeah.
Not anything useful, anyways, because we already have food, and this is normally when you gather food.
Yeah. So hopefully you succeed this time.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm.
Nope.
Oh well, I guess we're gonna skip this turn.
Yeah.
So it's okay. You know, you have a little extra points for the next turn.
I think that when it comes to kingdom management, my dice rolling is reversed because normally I roll well, but here I'm just rolling really badly.
Let me just roll out of curiosity. This is just me trying to prove that point. No, wilderness is just cursed.
They're leopard.
You know, I'm gonna try to roll for the kingdom.
Oh my god.
You know, maybe you're just bad at wilderness. Like, what can I say?
I mean, to be fair, we literally are. We're not trained in it.
All
It's
right.
just the best that we have for that.
Okay. Well, since it looks like there's nothing else that we can do
Yeah.
unless you want to build a road. So, now remember
We
the
have to
reason.
own-
Go
We
ahead.
have to own a tile to build a road.
Can somebody check that?
Build road.
The hex in which you seek must be claimed. Oh no, you're right. So there's nothing we can do. Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do without having more hexes in this phase.
Wait, what is a... What is our...
Yeah.
What is the... I'm trying to figure out what's the... I'm trying to figure the right word here for... DC. What's the DC on that?
14.
We're playing 14. Jesus.
Yeah, like y'all just had some bad rolls. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right.
final phase is building civic actions. You can do 2 civic actions in one. Actually, you can ordinarily do 1 civic action per settlement phase, but per settlement. But Troyka can allow you to do 2, but she'll start the adventure time exhausted or fatigued. So,
Troyka, no pressure. But if you don't build a home, then there will be 12 homeless hobbits.
And we don't want homeless hobbits.
Homeless hobbits go rioting.
No pressure. No pressure, buddy. I love you.
Well, good thing we have 14 points. We can definitely build a house.
yep, and you have plenty of lumber too. So, because Jory was apparently really good at negotiating. So,
It basically said, you don't want these hobbits unhoused.
And we got plenty of food for them too.
that's true. So, who would like to? Let me see. It looks like that building is industry. So, who would like to make an industry check?
I'd like to try that.
Go for it.
Oh,
Hey!
Boom.
Hey.
Nice.
Yes!
He's our leader
Alright,
of industry.
Spend 3 resource and 1 lumber, and you now have a houses added to your settlement. And where do you want to put them? Let me go ahead and put it onto the map, and then you can
How
decide
much
where it
lumber?
goes. 1 lumber.
Remember, it's hobbits. Should only be a half. Lumber.
Okay, so you guys can put that house wherever you'd like on the map.
yeah.
But right next to the keep.
Okay.
We have to keep these 2 spaces unoccupied, because eventually when we upgrade this to a castle, it'll take up all 4 slots.
Right.
All right. So, it's up to you. But does Troyka wish to go become exhausted to build something else?
I don't.
Really much always.
I,
So,
I'm
What?
sorry. Hello.
hello.
Hello?
Yeah, we didn't catch what you said.
Oh, I said she's totally down to build things. She loves building things.
Okay. So what?
The only thing she likes more than building things is fighting things.
So you have one other option. You can only build 1 extra thing since you only have a village. What would you like to build? And Iskander, do you have a suggestion?
I do have a suggestion. General store.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's a good
That'll
point.
be 8 RP, 1 lumber. And
Yeah,
that
we
means
have
I can
that.
trade.
Okay, so let me see. General store. So somebody can make that roll.
Alright. Trade. Bump.
DC 15.
Hey, Jory, did you... I was gonna say, there Isn't there? I'm trying to think. Is it your ability? Oh no, it's just during the leadership phase. Never mind.
Well, I think which ability are you talking about?
Jory's ability.
Let me take a look at it again.
I've misplaced it. There it is.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, because I think you can do it, but let me just check that.
Oh, ow. Cramp.
no, we had the Fuka. I was gonna say we had the
You may
Fuka.
pay to upgrade the result of any check. Any check. Well, first roll it to see if you need to do it.
All right, I'll roll that. Yeah, give me a second.
We would need to upgrade that.
Uh.
It's a DC 15.
Yeah, we have 13. Yep.
Okay, so do you want to use Jory's ability?
Sure. Let me roll a
D4.
D4. Yep, they eat all our food, which is fine. We had
All right,
and that upgrades to success.
let me just give you control. All players, boom. All right, so you can put the general store wherever you like.
Now, how do you rotate it?
What do you want? Flip
The barrel's facing this way.
on it.
180 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, so now at this point, this is all you can build in this town until it upgrades. But yeah, so you finish building your town because because you have a general store. This has unlocked Oleg as a potential advisor for your kingdom.
Hell yeah.
Additionally, Oleg is going to officially move into town and handle the general store because he wants to stay close to his wife.
Very
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Wise man.
All right, now since we have no armies, we can skip the war activities, and it looks like we are all done. So now at the shoot, I actually closed the kingdom thing, which I don't want to do.
I'm so
here we go.
sorry. We just had a little bit of silent RP and it's hilarious now.
Wait, what?
Look at Roll20 chat.
So wait, so that we did end up with 2 different trade agreements, correct?
Yes.
No,
I think it
just
was just for boy.
Just for boy? Okay.
Okay.
We never tried to trade with the Quals.
well, you added the kobolds into your kingdom,
All right.
so they're so now you have kobold citizens.
Sweet.
So kingdom XP. Now, you fail to claim any hexes, so you get no XP for your kingdom there.
Boo.
Oh, actually, there is one other thing. I need somebody who hasn't rolled much yet to roll a flat d20 check to see if a random event happens.
Sure.
We know.
Wandren, roll a nice dead.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
Somebody.
So roll a d20 in Troyka stead.
Troyka, I just want you to know that I've rolled 2 nat 1s in Kingdom
Roll
Management so far.
Just roll it.
Okay.
We're bullying you. Roll.
So you guess what? Because you rolled high, okay, a random event does happen.
Oh no.
I warned you.
Is it the mushrooms? Is it the mushrooms?
Let's find out what it is. Oh no!
Oh my god!
It's the Mifflets.
Oh, God. No.
Now, thankfully, Zarni has an ability. You can you can use your ability to make me re-roll that if you don't want to deal with a monster activity this soon.
Everybody?
What army are we gonna fight them with?
Yeah, let's re-roll that.
Re-roll it.
All right,
Okay.
we get the gain of decay. Let me throw that.
Now remember, the ruins don't matter until they reach threshold, so gaining 1 DK is not a bad thing. Yet. Okay.
Yet. We'll just try and fix it on the next kingdom.
Alright, now if I get monster activity, I will re-roll. What did we get this time?
Bandit. Hey,
Oh
we
my
can
God.
handle the bandits.
Oh my god.
Oh, oh no. Okay, let me read this.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm crying. Okay. Bandits have begun to prey upon your kingdom. I need the warden to roll defense.
Alright, what am I rolling?
Defense, and this is your difficulty is 15
Where's our defense stat?
on the
On the
kingdom.
skill sheet, Kingdom.
Oh my god. We
I'm
actually
holding
have
up
a
a big
bonus
D
to
and it
that because of
extends.
feudalism.
Oh
Why
my
am I-
god.
Why am I not seeing defense? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah.
They're
Okay.
alphabetical.
Yeah. Bitch.
Oh yeah.
Ho ho ho!
Okay, the bandits are prevented from preying upon your people, but they continue to be active. Your resource die are reduced by 1 at the start of your next kingdom phase, so basically you're only going to gain 1 extra resource, 4 resource rather than 5.
Yep.
Wait, didn't we gain an extra die from our...
No. That happened. That was resolved this turn. We get an extra fame point on the next turn.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and I did jot that down. So, now, thankfully, you can actually prevent that from affecting you by going on an adventure to take care of the bandits. So, if the party wishes, you can try to track the bandits down and wipe them out to save the kingdom from the issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like a good idea. Also, considering
And the
how many
alternative is
bandits
hiring
that he's...
adventurers, and we're piss broke.
Oh, what was that?
I mean, I think the alternative is hiring adventurers, and I think we are so tight on resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could also hire adventurers next turn to deal with it as well, because the bandits are going to basically affect you until you either get a critical success on dealing with it, or you hire adventurers, or you go in and deal with it yourself.
Ourselves.
Zarni's vote is ourselves.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like this is all Iskander's fault, because she kept on insisting that they released every other bandit that they found.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, I'm not saying you're not wrong, but
Now, mind you, Iskander thinks that she's entirely blameless, but me, you know.
So let me see how much XP the kingdom has gained. Okay, so, this is. Okay, so your kingdom has gained. Let me see. You did that initially. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to look through the guide on this. XP. Did I just pass it? Okay, here we go. So, you haven't claimed anything. You established the first village. We did that. We established diplomatic relations. So, add 60 XP to the kingdom.
Woohoo!
That puts us at 160.
You established your first trade agreement, so add another 80.
240.
Ooh, excuse me. And sorry, I'm just trying to find it again.
You're good.
I was just looking at this. Okay. A kingdom earns 30 experience for experiencing a random event, so add another 30.
270.
And do we have any extra resource points?
We have 11.
Add another 11 XP.
180. 281.
Nice.
All right. And
So what building did we build for the houses? What was that under? Oh, just houses. There we go.
yeah, you built houses and general store. Now, the benefit of the general store is that now your kingdom is always going to have any normal common item that is level 1 or lower, since it's a level 1 village right now. Your capital will always equal your level, basically. So, And once you level it up, it will bring in merchants that will bring in more supplies. Also, at the end of the month, you will have a citizenry about 400 people big. A nice little village.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So, it looks like that's it. So we're done with the kingdom management, and all the XP is assigned, so we don't need to deal with that. Time check before I forget.
About
we
half
still
an
got-
hour.
A half hour, hour and a half, hour. Sorry.
Oh yeah, hour. Yeah, you're right.
Half hour, hour and a half. So,
Hour to an
No
hour.
idea what it looks like from my end.
yeah. So, oh wait, that's the wrong map. So that means that we are now in the kingdom phase segment, and Troyka starts off exhausted, or because obviously Troyka was using the earthbending powers to build houses. But
Building my square mansion houses, yes.
now you don't have to do anything for the rest of the kingdom turn, but ordinarily this would be when we go right into adventure time, but along with, since this is like a downtime period, if you want to also do a personal project to like do some research or make some money, then you can also do that during downtime. So, was there anything that you guys wanted to do before we go into adventure time?
I want to get that rune put on my mace.
Okay.
Or did we do that back in when we got it?
You just pay 9 silver, and that will have already been done.
Okay. 9 silver is done.
Okay. And I'll make the notation on your sheet about it's now a ghost touch. But was there anything that you want to do, like earning some money or doing any kind of research?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna go look into the Green Lady.
Ooh. Okay.
Iskander's going to do some researching too.
And what are you researching?
The goddess Milani.
Oh, okay.
Troyka would also like to research
And what would you like to research?
Demon Lords.
Oh,
I
okay.
will assist Troyka on that one.
Okay.
I want to teach my dog to fetch.
Okay.
Weapons. They are discarded.
Yeah, basically teach that trick we discussed, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you have the train animal ability, right?
Yes.
Can you link that so I can see how it works? We're going to start with you then.
Where is it?
Humna.
Come on.
Okay, so make a nature check, and I'm gonna say that since fetch is a simple trick for a pup, the difficulty is only going to be 14. And now that we're out of kingdom phase, is you using your hero points. And by the way, everybody gains 1 hero point.
I'm gonna re-roll that, obviously. There we go.
It's Buster. Jory's
I don't
dog
have-
is Buster.
So Arf has now gained the ability to basically you can order him to automatically retrieve and pull away weapons that have been disarmed, as we discussed.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. And that took you the week to work on. So who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay. So since you were you're looking into which would you like to look into common knowledge about nymphs or into old legends about nymphs?
Old legends.
All right. So we discussed what skills you can roll for that. Let's see how you do.
I believe that was Nature's the one we had chosen. Yeah.
Okay. And every roll is 1 day of effort. So that's 1 research point since you got a DC 18. So a good first day of research.
Not so much on the second day.
Yeah, not much in the
Third?
second day.
Ooh, boorah!
Is that a critical success, I believe?
Yeah, it's a 19, so I think it would, yeah.
DC 19. Well, it has to be a 29 for that, so that is success. That's another point.
Sweet.
All right, so that's 3 days. You have 4 more days. That's 4.
That's 5.
And... Yep.
5 days.
Okay, that's 2. That's 2. So,
1,
that's
2,
going to give you...
4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 points.
7.
Because I only missed once.
Hold on, you only missed once? Because wasn't the DC 19?
I said it was 18.
What did I put in the little note? Was it 18?
Let me go pull it back up.
Yeah, I'm looking. Here it is. It is DC 18 for relevant lores. It's DC 21 for skills. And you were did you have any relevant lores?
Well, unless we did curse lore.
Not in this one, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So
Not
yeah.
bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have one more day to roll.
All right. No whammies, no whammies. Nope.
Okay, so mark down your sheet that you in your notes that you have 4 research points towards the nymph, and you can spend downtime to research it when you have the chance.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
So-
Details. Campaign notes.
Okay, so let me see. So that is Jory, that is Sojin, Iskander. Let's go ahead and run with you. You're looking into Legends of Milani, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and give me either a religion, society, or relevant lore check.
All right. Which one would be the easiest? I have religion
relevant-
and society.
Lores are always the easiest at 17.
Gotcha.
Skills.
Unfortunate.
The other skills are going to be at 19. Excuse me.
Okay. Hey, first one's for success.
Okay, that's 1 research point.
Uh,
No progress. 2 research points. No progress. Let me see. I said it was 19. Okay, yeah. So no progress.
so you know what? Since this is basically like close to the end of the session, so mind if I just reroll any one that I fail?
Yeah. So we'll say that. Yeah. So go ahead and
I'm gonna
reroll.
reroll this one.
Go for it.
Right. Society. No such luck. And then this is for my 6th day.
Mhm.
Gonna reroll that again. This is my last 0 point.
Mhm.
Society. My 6th day. No such luck.
All right.
And
So
your last roll?
day. There we go.
all right. So that's 3 research points, which is going to be enough. You discover through your research that Milani is basically a patron mother of those who war against oppression, rewarding those willing to sacrifice their lives and use whatever tools are available to fight those who cannot defend themselves. Her holy symbol is a rose growing from blood on a street, and she definitely supports those who confront oppression in all its forms, defend the common folk, and overcome despair to seize victory. She, however, hates those that abandon those in need, enslave or oppress others, and harming the innocent through direct or inadvertent action. In addition,
Alright.
she does not have any strong feelings towards Mother Vulture or to Aristil. Excuse me. Excuse me. And she often presents herself by to potential champions by presenting themselves as those who are destitute to see how you respond to them. So it seems that you chose wisely by speaking to the old man.
Alright.
All right, and that completes that research task. Now, finally, the demon lords. So, who's taking point in this? Your roles are either relevant lore, of course, occultism, religion, or arcana.
I have 9s in all 3.
Troyka is not good at any of those, so she would like to assist.
Okay.
She probably, since they had this conversation before about what she might have seen, Troyka might have even just been like, "Can you help me with this?"
Oh yeah, and Zarni would be like, yeah, sure, I
Can't
promised I
read
would.
Go for it.
All right.
Uh,
So let's go occult.
Take your
So, Sojin or Iskander, if you could roll whichever of those skills is best to assist.
Sorry, I was doing it. I was doing my my little journal entry. What am I doing?
just roll a
um,
Colt on Troyka's sheet.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, roll it 7 times if you don't mind.
Well,
Oh. You know, maybe your rolls are cursed. What the hecky? Okay, so no. Okay,
Reroll. They have hero points, so reroll that.
Yeah.
One.
yeah.
Reroll the 3.
Well, it was a 1 roll, so there we go.
Okay, so it looks like you're going to gain +1 on 3 separate rolls.
Okay. So
So make your roll.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be enough. After weeks of research, you determine that the specific demon lord that was depicted, that was in question, is known as Nocticula. And Nocticula is mainly known by the Mendevian Crusaders that are trying to fight against the demon invasion that's currently happening in another part of Galarian. But Nocticula is a patron of assassins and succubi, a demon lord feared by other demon lords for her skill at killing her competition.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, let me put that in for you in the chat. One moment.
So I can get that right in my notes.
There you go. Now, of course, that's about all you can find within the week.
Yeah.
Just basically common knowledge. You can try to find. This does unlock further research, but that will be more difficult research you can do in another downtime turn.
Awesome. I'm actually looking her up, and I love it.
Yeah, she's cool. She's really cool. All right, so I think since this is a good place for us to stop, so let me add up everybody's XP.
The first
quick
succubus.
I actually failed to up my XP. I still have it at 113. What am I supposed to be at?
Give me a second. Let me open up my sheet. You should be at. No, that's where we were at.
Okay.
No, 143 is where we were at last.
Okay. See?
Yeah,
Knew we forgot
143.
something.
It looks like the party has earned 140 XP.
Oh, nice.
So we're at
283.
283.
All right, and when next we start, we will be in the adventure portion as you venture out. And I know that obviously the first thing the party's going to do is to try to figure out where those bandits are and get them.
Next will be going after the elk.
Yeah. So my just a first thought here. Just.
Bib, did your brain just glitch?
Yeah,
there we go.
What were you going to say?
I was drawing. My brain went to draw. Drew a path there on the map.
Wait, hold on. You're actually at your capital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had. Okay,
no.
Never. Oh.
Yeah, you're starting at your capital because that's where you live now. That's your home.
Yeah.
Right. I thought we were for some reason at Bravoy.
Yeah, I forgot to move your token. That was my bad.
All right. Well, even still, I say we hit there, and then probably my gut feeling for where the bandits are. The one abandoned place that we have not checked yet.
Well, you know what? If you want to signpost, if somebody has tracking or some sort of ability to track, basically, I think tracking is survival. I think.
Yeah, I can. Shall I roll survival to
Let me check. Is it survival?
I have
Tracking
a
vo-
dog.
You do have a dog, so your dog is automatically gonna give you a +1 to your check because of scent. Yeah, it's a survival check.
All right.
So,
Let's do a quick roll to see if we can get a quick idea of where to look.
You want me to do it?
I'll back you up on it.
Okay.
I'm rolling
So I
first, then.
+1 from the dog.
I'm using my last reroll on that. So
Yeah.
you're gonna plus.
Survival?
Yeah.
or relevant lore.
What's relevant? I have forest lore only.
Well, I mean, if they're in the forest, that might help. So roll it.
So you get the plus. Yeah, no, you get a plus his. Your helping hands one that gets you a +2 from that. Then my roll of a 23 gets you another +2. Plus your dog, that's a 25.
25 for Jory's roll.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to give you a +2 to your check, then, Blasty. So
All
what did
right.
you get? Well, I looked this up.
So that a 25. It's still a 25.
Okay, 25. So let me just check. All right, so it looks like that with that check, you do find the trail, and where is it? Here it is. You find the trail and you can continue it. So basically, once we get into Adventure Time, you can attempt to follow it, and it looks like that it does indeed go into the forest, and specifically somewhere in this direction.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna just draw us. I'm trying to think. Did we reconnoiter the one directly to our west?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did reconnoiter this one.
Okay, so basically, we're probably gonna start like this, then, as our first sort of line of action.
Yeah, we could do that. Or
Unless we want to go straight over to the temple and consecrate that first, taking our friend with us. Right.
That might be a good idea.
That
Up
is.
to you.
Well, I was not going to go through our friend's space because we've already reconnoitered there. And this way, we follow the river through the wood.
true.
Because it's hard to see it if you're not zoomed in, but there is a river that goes along
A river runs through it.
this way, back up to the temple.
Yeah, true. That would work too.
But
Oh
yeah,
boy, and I know what's gonna come, so I'm excited. But okay, so you can decide where you're going, but you know that basically it looks like that they went through the woods towards the northwest-ish. So your best bet to pursue them is heading towards the northwest. And
Yep.
at the end of every day, as a free action during when you're resting, you can track to see if you can get directions from there.
Yep. Well, but anyway, our first action, once we head out here, to head to this tile here.
Yep.
As a,
Yep.
Okay.
I'll just leave a tick mark there, closing out.
But yeah, so you want to go close it out then?
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see y'all next week. And everyone have a good evening, have a good week, and take care. Bye.
Bye-bye!
Bye.
Adios.